It's pulled over. Oops. Finally, man. I've been staring at that screen for a minute now. Alright, let's get YouTube chat pulled up. Let's post in the Discord. Bang. And let's get ready to go. Today, I am going to be doing... I think the number one thing that I have to do is, I have to do the praise. So we're going to be doing praise a little bit. I do want to start gearing out my... Or not gearing out, but leveling out my shaman. I did get the druid to level 90 over the weekend, so we'll have, I think we'll have a 15% XP boost, which is very nice. But yeah, we're just gonna be vibing today, big vibes. So let's click the YouTube buttons, get going. Yo, someone already liked the YouTube stream. Huge shout out to you guys. Y'all are amazing. Okay, we have YouTube chat pulled up. I'm getting a weird ad. Okay. But yeah, we have praise. I also need to start... I need to be in this zone, which luckily this is the more beautiful zone, right? But I need to just be vibing in this zone because I need to get this reputation grinded up a little bit at least. Like, it would be nice to get this rep up to 8 today. I'm not going to be, like, turbo farming rep, although I probably should, to be honest. Like, it wouldn't... Like, would it be the worst thing in the world to do that? Probably not, but... The thing about this week and next week is that there's just so much to do. Like, there's so many little things to do that none of it really matters. Like, I don't need to get all this stuff done this week, but it would just be very nice. Yo, what's up, Black Sauce Noodles? You are first. Every time I see your name, I visualize Black Sauce Noodles like, I think they're like squid ink noodles. Is that a thing? But they're like ramen they're black, and yeah, I wonder if that what you named yourself after. But yeah, we just have so much to do. Like, we have the alts that we should be getting leveled up and stuff, but you know, that's not like a super strict time crunch. Like, I don't need to do that this week. It would be very ideal to do the reputation here this week, just so I can get that piece of gear before next week, because it really won't matter starting next week. Ooh, we got ambushed already. Okay. The prey, though, we do need to do these hard prays today. We want to do... I think I need 2 more this week that I can get crests from. I can't get any more gear from them, I don't think. But yeah, we have 2 that you can get crests from, 2 that you can... Oh my gosh, Vicar, what is good with the Prime sub? Thank you for the Bezos bucks, Vicar. How are you doing, Vicar? How are you doing? I haven't really asked you specifically how you're doing in a minute, but I hope life's being kind to you. Look, it's a ninja. You can't see me. You can't see me. What's up, Fluffs? You excited for this season? I am. I know I am. I am stoked, especially now that we're getting like buffs and stuff, especially raid buffs. Like, you know, I played this game mainly for Mythic Plus because that's where most of my time is spent, right? Just because you can spam it more. But I really do like play it with the intention to just go all out and raid, you know? So I was kind of... I've been feeling kind of like, you know, like, do I want to play the Mistweaver and raid? I've been kind of doubting, but at least we're getting buffed. At least they kind of recognize the issue, too. I think Invigorating Mist was a big thing that could be seeing changed. I do think, like, Vivify's spot heal could also receive some looking at, because it does feel like super, like, it feels pretty bad going from Shayloon's testing to Vivify testing, and your spot heal is, like, booty cheeks, you know? So I definitely think they could look at that as well. But hey, we take any victory we can. Any victory we can. But yeah, I am very excited to be playing some Mistweaver. I'm really excited for Mythic Plus to come out. Like, very excited. But we still got some time to go for that, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, my character is 240. I could craft another piece, I think, but I'm just not. So, like, we're going to probably end the week at 240. I can get this rep piece if all goes well. Let's see. We could take a peep at our rep really quick. The one in question. So, yeah, if I get this up to 8, which I definitely could do today, especially if I just do some of these quest lines while trying to trigger the prey. Yeah, we could probably potentially get to 241, which I know it's not like the highest you can get this week. But it's like high enough and I'm still kind of preserving some crests and stuff. And we did have some bad luck in terms of like gear and stuff. And I don't even think I've used my adventurer crests. Like I could go back through and upgrade. Yeah, I could upgrade some of these adventurer pieces too. So I think we're fine. All right. We are slamming. Slamming. Zarkin, why look? It's Elbian. What's good? I'm glad that you call me Elbian. I know it's just like a friendly thing, but like that is kind of the reason why I named my character LBN, is because I was like, it's kind of natural to pronounce it like LBN, you know? I don't know. So at least it's getting used like that, just in case someone wanted to call me that. Let's see. I'm excited, but I give up on Monk with the changes they push now. What? Fluffs? What change has you turned away? I feel like it's all buffs. Like mostly, right? Am I missing? I mean, I guess rushing wind kick. What change is so bad that it's got you swapping off Monk, Fluffs? I'm curious because I'm more excited to play it now. I'm excited for those spinning crane kick changes. I feel like it's just gonna be fun. Honestly, it's gonna be so satisfying to watch like one health bar just like like it's gonna be pretty nice, especially with Dance of Chi-Chi. Ooh, it's gonna be fun. Let's see. So I probably still focus on Prez. Well, hey, honestly, if you're enjoying Prez, absolutely like play what you enjoy the most at the given time, you know. But not gonna lie, Fluffs, you gotta change your name. If you're not Fluffy Voker by the end of the day, I'll be pretty upset. No, I'm super kidding. I'm not kidding at all. I demand it. It just sounded right when I started. It does, right? Like, especially when my character was named LBN. Like now I've changed my character to be LB Ninja, but you know, for those that remember, it was LBN. It's gonna be weird for my guild, because my guild they saw my name. They're like, I'm not gonna say LBN. So they literally, my guild calls me lesbian, which is funny because like at this point I'm so used to it because they just kind of like, I don't know, it just flows a bit better, I guess. But I'll be telling my wife like something funny that happened at raid or something that I said or that someone said to me, and I'll just say that just in past, like I don't even think twice about it. That's just what my guild calls me, and she'll be like, what? Highly recommend auto loot option. I think I have it, don't I? I feel like I have it. Is that not what that is, where I just right click and it auto loots? I thought that's what that was, right? Like, watch. Oh, this person I have to actually do that because that's from the hunt. But all I do is just click and it does it. Here, let me kill this guy really quick. See, look. Bang. It just auto loots. I'm sure there's probably like a more aggressive, like just pick up everything that I kill kind of thing, like so I don't even have to click it. Is that a thing? That'd be pretty sick, not gonna lie. Alright. Let's blast. Also got my Prez 3 items this world tour. Want to talk bad luck? Yeesh. 3 items. To be fair, I haven't even done all the mythic zeros, if I'm being honest. I did the ones that could give me an upgrade, then I did not do the ones that could not. So, kind of went a little lazy with it, but it was just efficient, to be honest. It is all buffs. I just dislike Fistweaver, and Caster Weaver now has a way overtuned Shayloons. So Caster Monk is basically Pseudomus Shayloon spam now, which is really, really strong, but extremely boring to me. Can't change my name for 3.5 more weeks on Twitch, but I will. Oh, man. I guess I'll see you in 3.5. No, I'm totally kidding. I mean, I get that. Like, if they change it, if they buff it to where now you don't enjoy the gameplay loop, I get that. But hey, have you tried there's like a hybrid build. You basically play Caster, right? But instead of Way of the Serpent, you play Way of the Crane. So it's literally the same thing, except you also could now spin. And I know strictly spinning is boring, but throwing in just like the occasional Dance of Chi-Chi proc into your caster build, that's a good time. That's a really fun build. So if you're looking for a fun build, there's still some spice to be had, you know? Still some spice to be had. But yeah, I definitely can't blame it. Like, if you just aren't enjoying the direction, like, there's nothing wrong with that. I hate that too. Like, in the open world, you encounter this a lot where when you run up to a mob and rushing wind kick it, it doesn't register. Like, you have to, like, put yourself in combat with it first or something. Like, you have to punch it first. And that's so lame. Like, watch. I'm not going to do it, but I have to Tiger Palm first, and then I can rushing wind kick. I wish it did not work like that. Yeah, I tried that. It is strong and better, but still not what I want to do. Frankly, I played Monk since Mop, and Prez is just tickling my brain right now. Hey, I feel you there. Prez is a good time. Prez is, like, slept on, too. I feel like every time that I play it, I have a lot more fun than I thought I would have. So it kind of makes me be like, oh, I don't want to play the Prez. I don't. Like, I just put it off, right? Whenever I do my All Healers series, like, it's always the last one kind of thing. But then I actually play it, and I'm like, wait, this is actually kind of a vibe. Like, I don't mind it. Lurk today. Have a good stream. Ceiling Panda, I appreciate you so much. Get what you need to get done. Have a good day. And I'll see you next time. But I appreciate the lurk, the support, any amount of support. When you're as small of a streamer as I am, any amount of support, really, it stacks up immensely. So I am greatly appreciative. Got the lurking panda. Honestly, that would be terrifying. You know, pandas are, like, super chill and, like, sweet and cute and stuff. But really, they're a freaking bear. Like, you can see some panda, like, in some moments, pandas can be vicious. So if you had a panda lurking, like, stalking you like prey, that'd be terrifying. Because it's one thing, like, yeah, you expect, like, a black bear to do it, like a big scary bear. You expect them to be vicious, right? But when it's the cute little panda, like, come on, man. Alright, we got the big rep. We haven't triggered a prey in a bit, so hopefully... Oh, God, it's a puzzle. Uh-oh. My brain. How do I... Okay. Click adjacent cells to move the paintbrush and connect the dots. What? Oh, so it's like those Pokemon puzzles where, like, the Ice-type gym in Sutopolis City, where, like, you can only hit each tile once. I loved Pokemon Emerald, like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So I will happily do this. Do I have to hit all the... Like, should I have gone over there, too? Probably not. It's probably not that deep. Easy peasy. Alright, third one. Okay, so we want to slam down, so we want to wrap around. Easy enough. Alright. We did it, dude. The Puzzle King. Success. That's right. First try.
Listen to the roots.
Alright. Ooh, we got an upgrade? Oh, no. It's not a real upgrade. It's a fake upgrade. Also, there is a chest at the bottom of this water. Let's grab that. Ooh, opening chest gives you hunt knowledge, and we got some leatherworking knowledge. Ooh, baby. And there's some fish to fish. Dude, today's such a chill day. A nice vibey day. Where's my fish thing? There it is. I did do a little bit of profession leveling. Like, only a little bit. Okay, go, Wayne. Calm down. Calm down. I just named either one of the few bears that I know is, like, angry. And where I grew up, those were the prominent bears. So those were the ones that we, like, listen out for, you know? Hi, LB. Hope you had a good weekend. Bear, I did. Honestly, this was the first weekend in the past, like, 3 that I didn't really work too much on video. Like, I did work on videos, but I didn't, like, force myself to, like, really blast a video and just get it out the next day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm totally happy with my video being posted tomorrow morning instead of this morning. So I didn't, like, spend all Sunday, like, stressing about getting the video done and stuff and stay up till 2 a.m. I honestly just, like... I just chilled. I did, like, a little bit of cleaning, just vibing. Honestly, I can't even tell you what I did this weekend. I did work on videos, but like I did not like. I didn't let myself get stressed this weekend. I just needed one weekend like that where I kind of just like, not necessarily take it off, but just take it like at a nice pace, you know? Because I've been busting my butt for so long. I'm just like, I needed like a little bit of a reprieve. So yeah, that being said, honestly, it was a really, really good weekend. Ooh, some excitement. What was this? A Delver's Call out here. Interesting. Don't really need to do that delve though. Kind of just want to abandon it. Let's untrack it. Some really exciting news. So about 2 weeks ago, I found this box that was full of Pokemon cards. Okay, and these Pokemon cards were. It wasn't 2 weeks ago. It was like 2 months ago. These Pokemon cards were this kid's that I babysat when I was like in high school, and he was like, "Hey, I don't want these Pokemon cards anymore. I've grown out of it." He says to a guy that's literally older than him that hasn't grown out of it. He says, "I've grown out of Pokemon. Do you want all my old cards?" And mind you, this was like, honestly, this was like a pretty spoiled kid, right? It's like he was fine to just like give away this. I'm done with it, and like, you know, next hobby, you know. But I was like, hell yeah, I'll take all your Pokemon cards. So he gave me all of his Pokemon cards, right? Well, I was still in high school, and there was, let's see, I have to kill a bunch of things. There was this guy that like would buy and sell Pokemon cards, but he would like literally, his goal was he wanted to scam kids and buy all of their good Pokemon cards and then sell all of the bad ones in those little like 30 card lot, like sealed pack, like you don't know what you're gonna get kind of thing, but really it's all just a scam. Like he gives you like crappy cards. So I told him, I was telling him about this at the card shop at the time, and he was like, "Oh, well, I actually sell Pokemon cards. I would love to like trade yours off, or buy them off of you, basically." And I was like, "Sure." He was like, "If you bring me like 5," or he gave me a number, like, "Bring me this many cards, and you know, I'll give you this much." So I was like, "Okay." So I sat down, and I know, right? Reach back out, see if he's outgrown his 401k. Great point. But I was like, okay, he only asked for that many cards. I know his shtick because he thought that I was just one of those kids that he can like scam, right? I went through, I picked out all of the holos, picked out all the cool Pokemon. Like if it's not a holo, but it's like a freaking Tyranitar, yeah, I picked it out. Okay. So then we go and we meet up in some sketchy parking lot. He brings his boys and stuff. Like he brings like a bunch of these sketchy people, okay? Because, you know, this is just what he does. And I give him this box of Pokemon cards. He gives me, basically, it wasn't like for sale. It was for a bunch of, I got to trade for that much value from his magic cards or whatever. So he gives me the magic cards of his that I wanted. And I was like, dude, this is nice. I just traded him basically a bunch of bulk, because I know that's what he's going to do, is he's just going to pre-package them and sell them to kids. And he didn't specify. You should, if you're going to be a scammer, you got to specify. But yeah, and then, so basically I had this box, which was all this kid's holos, right? And I found that box, okay? So that was months ago. Fast forward to like 2 days ago. So over the weekend on Saturday, I found my personal collection, so my childhood collection of Pokemon cards. So I thought this whole collection had been sold off when I was a kid, because I know for sure that my dad did sell off a bunch of my Pokemon cards. You know, classic story. I think a lot of people's parents got rid of their Pokemon cards in some form or another. But I know that my dad had sold my Pokemon cards. I just thought he sold all of them. But apparently he just sold the binder of them, and now I have this box that's been sitting in my office. Literally, I look at it every day. I did not know what was in it. I thought it was just Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something, just like random crap from my childhood or something. I just randomly opened it over the weekend. Boom, my childhood Pokemon freaking cards. I just want to show you one, okay? I'll show you two. I'll show you three. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, I'll show you one. Dude, a base set Mewtwo. A base set Mewtwo. It's so cool. It's hollow too. It's not like nothing in here is I don't think I have any shadowless. I don't know how people got their hands on shadowless, but I have like a big stack. I don't think any of them were shadowless. But honestly, this Mewtwo's in pretty good shape. It's a little off center, but for a kid, oh, also it did have my friend's initials written on the back because at some point we had traded for it. I bet I gave him like, I don't know, freaking Venusaur or something, and he wanted or I wanted the Mewtwo, but has his initials written on the back. So I would never sell it or anything because it wouldn't, it'd be considered like played, you know. But there's some good stuff, honestly. There's a Doug Trio is in pretty good shape. I have a bunch of like Fossil and what's the other one? Fossil and Jungle cards, because that was kind of like those three sets were like the main three that like I was getting into Pokemon cards as a kid. And like, yeah. So I have some of those. What are some of the big things? Also, I do have a Charizard and a Blastoise. Those are the other two cards that I want to show you. Actually, I know where they are. Hold on. Okay, so they're not foil, right? They're not foil, but they're also not base set. These two are I forget what they are. They're it looks like a little metal, like you know, this I don't know the set symbol, but they're not like base set or anything, but they're old school. Okay, so I was just like I saw these, I was like. I opened this box. I was like, what the heck's going to be in here? Probably like a bunch of pens and random crap from a drawer that I had as a kid, you know? Like just random index cards and stuff. I don't know. What do kids have in random drawers? And then I open it and see Pokemon cards. Oh, I knew there would be like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there. But I see Pokemon cards. I'm like, wait, no way. And then like I looked and there was a lot more Pokemon cards than I thought. And I'm like, hold on. Are these my childhood cards? And yeah, they were. So I was just like, all weekend I basically sleeved like not most of them. I sleeved like about a third of them. All the sleeves that I had have gone around these cards. Yeah, honestly, it was super cool. Crazy weekend. And then, one fun thing that I also, speaking of Pokemon, dude, I'm just in a big Pokemon card game kick right now. But when you find your childhood collection, like, yeah, you go on a Pokemon kick, right? But I went to the Pokemon card game had a pre-release this weekend. They have a new set that's coming out, and I've never been to a pre-release. But I went to the pre-release, and honestly, it was so much fun. So usually when I go to the card shop to play a card game, there aren't like any like kids or anything. But what was cool about this is like there were people of all ages. So there were like kids playing with their dads, and like it was just like really fun. So it was like super wholesome. Like when a kid would pull a card that's like okay, I'd be like, dude, that's so cool. Like, you know, it was just super fun like seeing their face like light up over this like, you know, it probably won't be crazy, but to them it was like, whoa, this is big time. It was just like super fun, like everyone was opening their packs and stuff all next to each other, and like I don't know, it's just like the hype man for everyone. But so how they work is like there's 4 pre-made decks, like 4 different ones, and you get a random one of those 4, and then you get 4 packs, and whatever you pull from the 4 packs, you're allowed to kind of like swap in and out of that deck. And I think I got the best of the 4 decks. But then I got some pretty good cards to slot into it too. So I just had fun. It was a really good time. But it's also like the way they do it, I didn't really care if I lost, you know? Just a good time. Pokemon TCG still going strong. Honestly, yeah. Is it first edition by chance? I have no idea. That is probably something I should check. Let me peep those cards really quick. But yeah, dude, it was such a good time. Such a good time. I'm not familiar with Pokemon. Are they like pre-con commander decks? No. So it's a sealed thing. So you get this like little, kind of like a little structure deck. So you know how they sell those like big planeswalker decks for Magic, where you can buy the Ajani deck, and it's like big 6 mana Ajani, and it's like a really crappy deck built around 6 mana Ajani. It's kind of like that, but imagine if instead of 60 cards of a theme deck, it's a 40 card theme deck. And instead of just getting 1 Ajani, you would get like 3 Ajanis. You know what I mean? So it's like the deck is more consistent, but it's a 40 card deck. Okay. First, so we're checking for first edition. It would say it, right? Like, it would say it where the set symbol was. Or how do you tell where if it's first edition? I think since I've been looking at it this long, and I still don't see the words first edition, I'm guessing it's not. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a really good time. The deck that I was built around, people like thought of it. They kept saying, "Oh, this is the best one. This is the best one." But I was like, I don't know. This is, to me, it's sketchy because instead of your first Pokemon being an actual Pokemon card, it's a fossil, so you can't like start with it. So it was just like sketchy getting set up. But once you got set up, that the Pokemon that the deck was built around was an absolute unit, like disgusting. So I don't know. It was a good time. I wish this was a playable race, honestly. Why is this not a playable race? You know how everyone's all up in arms about how like the snake, not the Naga. What's that one race that everyone really wants to play? The Nessian? No. There's like one race that surely you guys know what I'm talking about. I have no idea. Just below the card art? Okay. Left side, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Now that I'm thinking of it, I do feel like I have a card as one of my cards has a first edition. Like, it's kind of big. Like, it's kind of hard to miss, right? I think I do have something that is. The ones from Legion, I don't really know. All I know, maybe it's in D&D. Maybe it's not in WoW. I'm sorry, I get these things mixed up. But there's just like one race that people are just like upset they can't play as, and it's like a snake. Sethrak! No, Sethrak's correct. Yes, thank you, Captain Delicious and Bear. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, Sethrak. Screw the Sethrak, man. Let us play as these mushroom people. Look at this. Imagine if that was your playable character. Imagine playing as this. Oh, it kind of looks like my ex. Hold on. Alright, no, but imagine this being the playable race. That's insane. Dude, they need to make this a freaking race. What was Volpera? Like, what? Also, why can't we play as Murlocs? Hold on. What? There's so many good races in this game. They're just locked behind NPCs. Why, though?
We greet you. Be you well? What new things?
Dude, these guys are awesome.
Be you well? You are seen.
You are seen. Also, these quests are easy. Just like walk through the hoop. Oh, I feel like I'm supposed to be killing that. We'll get there. Need to kill these things. We just gotta kill a bunch of stuff, honestly, I think. Find Tuk-Tuk. Yeah, we gotta kill Spore Gliders, I know. Look, dude, I'm healing those people through the wall. That's crazy. I've already notified my congressman about the human rights issue of Hungarians not being playable. Good. Honestly, good. Call them and do not stop. If they don't answer, call again. It's very important. Also, hey, we summon the prey again. That is kind of the main goal of today. Just summon the prey as many times as possible, but we're grinding rep in the meantime. Just because I have put off this last rep longer than I should have. Big hunt progress.
We wish you well.
Hey there, how does Mistweaver feel right now? Honestly, it feels great right now before the changes, and I feel like it's going to feel even better after. Right now, you'll see me spinning a lot, even in open world content, just because the spin is just really good coverage and healing, but they are changing the way spin heals, like the way it performs. I still think it's gonna be better. They are nerfing it numerically, but I do think the way it's gonna heal will be better technically. The only thing is I don't think it's gonna fill the same role. I think you're gonna use it for like, you're not going to use it just to spam for big AoE. I mean, you could. Honestly, we just have to... I cannot wait to get in and test it tomorrow. In those M0s. I'm going to be vibing with my spinning crane kick. But yeah, they're also buffing our single target rotations healing, which is big. I don't know. It's just... Yeah, honestly, it feels great. I have been very happy with Mistweaver in dungeons on the beta, and then in open world, which is weird. I feel like I'm never like, wow, Mistweaver's fun to play in the open world. I've never had that thought before, except for like right now. Just because for a healer, we nuke things. Like bang, bang, bang. Also, people loved my short about me just... It was like a clip from the stream. Me just showing the rushing wind kick build kind of in the open world. And people loved that short. I need to do more shorts kind of like that. But even on TikTok, I posted it on TikTok, and people were like very, very positive with it, you know. Is J-Fire Stomp still a thing? I don't have it on my level 85 Mistweaver. It is, but it's in the form of a passive. So I don't press J-Fire Stomp, but instead, whenever I press Rising Sun Kick and it is boosted by a Thunder Focus Tea, it'll shoot out a J-Fire Stomp as well. So and that's this talent. This talent's not like super good, but it is very good for killing things quicker, which, you know, during this week and next week is kind of what we're doing, you know. Okay, Spore Gliders, slain with... I thought I slayed those. Okay, maybe it's just the ones out here. Alright. Yeah, Mistweaver's a good time. Also, we're getting a buff in Raid. We're getting a buff to our punches and kicks, which, I don't know. I would love to see Chi-Ji be viable in Raid. I'm probably going to force it next week. Or come to... Well, we're not raiding tomorrow. My guild is raiding on Wednesday. Just to give the servers a day to kind of like figure themselves out. Give the guild a day to kind of get some gear for Mythic Zeros and stuff. Yeah, ooh, there's a fish here. Should we go for the fish? We shall. Yeah, I'm just super excited. Super excited. I really do hope that Chi-Ji is going to be playable in Raid. At least to like... I don't mean like... I hope it's not like the call. I hope it's not like 100%. But I hope it's like within 5% of Yu'lon. That's always my hope. Because then I'll play it. Like if it's within 5%, I'll slam that all day. But anything more than that, and I kind of understand that it is hurting the guild to do so. Come on, Bobber. Okay, I've gotten enough. We need to turn in this quest, actually. Tuck, tuck. And we're getting good rep. Honestly, the fact that like all these little mushroom dudes are... Or, sorry, Fungarians... They're all kind of like stacked on each other, so we get all the quests kind of done at once. So it's just like quick rapid fire reputation, which is great. Okay. And most of the crap is just like, hey, talk to this person. Can do. Into the grudge pit. Yeah, it's the grudge time. But also, one thing that I've been having a ton of fun with is playing PvP of all things. I am not very good. Well, I don't know. I'm better than other people who have never played PvP. But as someone who has like never played PvP, I'm not bad, okay? But I don't like know the ins and outs of PvP, but still, like, if I'm like in a battleground, I'll make it to where you have to kill me before you can kill my teammates, you know what I mean? Which I think is so fun as a healer. Like, in a way, you're kind of a raid boss. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun as Mistweaver. So glad that, like, I stuck with my favorite. Alright, we're getting close to this hunt being done, I think. This is a hard hunt. they see me. What quest do you have? Oh, the Delver's Call? I don't really want to do that. Alright. Need more rep. Dude, the Fungarians are cool. Super cool. The Crackling Jade Lightning disconnect bug is still hitting me hard, but I really want to main Mistweaver and Blitz if it gets patched soon. Wait, so it'll disconnect you from the an arena if you Crackling Jade Lightning? Is that a thing? That's crazy if so. What quest line? Let's do Little Monsters. That sounds fun. So, like, we don't have to stay next to this prey symbol. This prey symbol is just here on this part of the map to kind of show where it is, including keys. Oh, wait, really? Is it just once, or is it like if you press Crackling Jade Lightning, you have a chance to DC, or is it that if anytime you press it, you get DC? Because I feel like I've pressed it a few times and I haven't seen that yet. Huh. That is very sad if that's how it's working. Alright, guy call. Let's do this. Yeah, I've honestly enjoyed this week. This week just being like the chill week. Also, where I live, we have some pretty bad storms, like very, very bad storms. We are in the thick of it. And the way that it kind of showed itself this morning was we woke up to snow of all things. We didn't even know it'd be that cold. The weather radar was like, oh yeah, you might get some light rain. But no, we woke up to snow, which has, I don't think, I can count on one hand the amount of times that it snowed where I live. Like, it just does not snow here often. So that was very odd, but it didn't stay snowy for long. Eventually it got, like, too warm where the snow was melting. Oh gosh, okay, so we got 1 of 10 by killing that thing. Yikes. We have to kill a lot more of those things then. Oh, I'm gonna watch that. Need to finish the last zone. Oh, I'm gonna watch that. Need to finish the last zone. That is a druid or mage. Fungarian rogue. Imagine you just get sapped and then a freaking mushroom comes out and busts you up, you know. Fistweaver and casting for raid. What are your thoughts? I definitely think casting is still going to be the play, especially because they are also buffing it. I do think Fistweaving is going to like be better than it was because they're literally buffing it tomorrow. But yeah, all through beta, like a Chi-Ji raid build, just honestly, I was so upset it just wasn't performing. But I think we're going to be pretty solid in raid. We're not going to be like top of the line, but I definitely think guilds are going to want us if they don't have a Brewmaster or a Windwalker for sure. Whereas before, they'd be like, I don't even know if we want the monk buff. You know what I mean? Just because tier lists were dogging on us so hard. But now I think they'd be happy to have us on their healing roster. But yeah, I think the caster build's still going to be very good. It is kind of a shame, like, how they buffed Vivify. Well, I guess they did buff Shayloons, too. But, like, not... Did they really? They buffed Shayloons, but kind of nerfed Tranquility. Which was kind of the main fun, the main spice behind our... If you played Shayloons in Raid. Why are those guys pink? Do I get something for killing those guys? Let's find out. I guess not. I also, so I got the, you know how I keep talking about Pokemon. Hey, that's just what you're here for, right? Is you're here to watch WoW gameplay, but talk about Pokemon. The Pokemon, like, anniversary just happened, their 30th year anniversary. And so they had, like, some of the, like, one of the earlier games be remade for the Switch, so that you can get it on the Switch. So I got it on the Switch, and I started a Nuzlocke. But I'm reminded very quickly about how slow these games are. Like, in modern day games, you can, like, split up experience and level up your, like, bad Pokemon so quickly. so Nuzlockes are a lot more doable. But in these older games, they're really slow to grind up all your bad Pokemon. So I haven't even faced Brock yet, if I'm being honest. I played a little bit of it this weekend, but taking it slow because I have to level up like my Rattata, I think I have a Pidgey, I have a Mankey, which is pretty cool. Just gotta level all those guys up. These guys are orange. It's making me think that I feel like these guys can drop the strange Miscellaneous. Let's see, moment of truth. Oh, they can. Okay, so I need to be fighting those guys more. Okay. So anything with that, like, salmon health bar, I should be fighting. Yeah, I think I have some of my alts ready to go. I got my my Druid to level 90 over the weekend. I got the Paladin to level 90 on Friday. But now I have the 2 Lust specs. So I have Shaman and Evoker to go, and I have Priest to go. But the good news is that they're only going to get quicker as time goes on, so that's always good. And I've discovered the 2 Delve ways to level. Like, you can level through that Void Delve pretty quickly. I mean, you can't really do it on a non-tank spec. I was able to do it on my Resto Shaman because you can Earth Ellie to tank every other time. And then on the times that you don't have Earth Ellie, you just take it kind of slow. And you do it in 2 pulls instead of 1. But you can also, on the weeks where the Calamitous variant isn't available on that Delve, you can do the Delve in Silverwind. That's like a collegiate, something collegiate. And that one's also very quick. You just run all the way to the end of the Delve, pull everything, nuke it all down at once. I was able to do that on my Guardian Druid a good bit. I just don't know if I can do that on a healer. Like, I don't think a Resto Shaman can live that. I don't know. And obviously, like, a Priest wouldn't be able to... Maybe, like, honestly, maybe a Holy Priest and just spam Holy Nova, or a Disc Priest, just spam Holy Nova? I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, the Delve leveling, I do enjoy Delve leveling just because I love those like big pools and like nuke it all down, go again. I actually don't mind that. The repetition there is more fun for me. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill weekend. Leaf Green, you can get the EXP share after catching 50 different Pokemon. Yeah, but that's the thing about a Nuzlocke is like you don't really get to do that, right? Like, unless you kind of alter the rules. To be fair, I do plan on altering the rules a little bit to where this is literally going against everything that a Nuzlocke is. But since I intend on keeping that save state after I finish the Nuzlocke, I intend on, what I plan to do is once I get to the Nugget Bridge, doing the Nugget thing where you just intentionally lose to the guy that gives you the Nugget at the end over and over, and he'll just give you a Nugget every time. Like, he doesn't realize that he's already given you one. So I do intend on doing that to get infinite Nuggets, right? I'm not infinite. I'm just going to get enough to where I could, like, buy Dratini. So just to save my later self thing. So, like, in the Nuzlocke, you're not supposed to die, but I do plan on, like, dying, but I'm not going to do it with my main team. That way none of my main guys die. Like, do I want to alter the rules too to where I can catch 50 Pokemon to get the EXP share? I don't know. But yeah, I did get, I got whichever one has Slowbro. I think I got Leaf Green. As a kid, I had Fire Red, which Fire Red is clearly the better one. You get like Arcanine and some other better exclusives and stuff. But yeah, Leaf Green has Slowbro, and I really just like Slowbro a lot. But fist weaving's so fun. I know, right? I'm the same way. I just like raiding as Fistweaver. I want to try out Caster Mistweaver. Can you show me a good build for keys later on that uses it? Well, things are changing tomorrow, so there's kind of two builds. There's one build that did play Rushing Wind Kick, but they're kind of nerfing it, but they're buffing Shayloons. Okay. So there's a build that looks something like this that people were playing on the beta a lot. I gave it a few reps, but I personally just was not a big fan of it. I think they were dropping this. So I think they were playing something like this. At least the core is here, where you're playing like 5-man Shayloons with Tranquility. Which now, I don't even know if you need Tranquility. It's fine. I still would take it over Veil, to be honest. They were playing Way of the Serpent with Yulon. I think they were playing 1 minute. I like Jade Bond all the time, personally, though. You're playing Mist Line. I think they were also playing Rising Mist. How can we fit that in the build? I don't think we can drop this. Were they dropping this? I think they were dropping the 4th point here. I think it was something like this, I want to say. Were you just trying to maintain Renewing Mist on everyone? Because the theory is, if you Rushing Wind Kick while you have 5 Renewing Mists out, it'll do more healing than if you were playing Way of the Crane and you press Rising Sun Kick, you know? So that was the theory behind this build. So that's like your filler. Like, you just spam Renewing Mist, keep those on cooldown, and go hard with Rushing Wind Kicks, and then Shayloons for big healing when you need it. And you're also doing big damage because you're playing Rushing Wind Kick, you're playing the T-Talents to get more kicks off. That's the gist of it. I think they were dropping the 4th point of Spirit Font. Or maybe they weren't. I don't know. Personally, I think I would play... Honestly, I don't hate either of them. I don't even hate this with Tier Warning, to be honest, but... I'm pretty sure it was something like this. Yeah, this is kind of like the caster. It's not like... You're not playing Jade Lightning. That's a different variant. But this was like the more popular. This one was putting up some good numbers on beta too. It was up there with the Chi-Ji build, pretty close. I still think Chi-Ji was putting up more consistent results, but this one was definitely shocking me and others. So yeah, that is another thing. I feel like that's kind of like the main, not the main reason. The main reason Rushing Wind Kick's seeing some guttage is because PvP. And then after that, I think it was that build. I'll help this guy kill this stuff because I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, did we just finish both? Oh, we finished both quests in one. Very nice. We're just trying to get this prey to trigger, to be honest. And in the meantime, we're getting some free rep on the map. Resident Evil. We have to destroy this thing. Not bad. Good evening, Kashug. How are you doing? It's high chance, but not every time, and it doesn't affect everyone. Super annoying. Oh, no. So it's just, like, affecting you. Could it be, like, because of an add-on or something? Huh. It's weird. Oh. We are underwater. Destroying a mushroom. I feel this has got to be bad, right? A zombified guardian. Like, dude, we're just, like, coming to this guy's home and just killing his stuff. But we get reputation for it, so I'll keep doing it. We can't be the good guys, right? There's a lot of people doing this quest line. Alright, let's check our rep really quick. We should have made some progress, I would think. Oh yeah, we are super close to 8. This is the final bit of rep. We need 500 more, and then we're done. Did you test on PTR the way the crane changed? No, I did not. I tried to get in the PTR all weekend and it was down. So I can open it up. We're pushing 100 here in SoCal by the end of the week. Dang, Jaxie. Dang. Yeah, no, it's very cold today. It wasn't cold over the weekend. Okay, wait. 2 days ago, it was very cold. Yesterday, it was very hot. And then today, it's cold enough to where it was snowing this morning. So I live in the most, like... I think temperate is a good word. Is temperate, like... I'm trying to say that, like... the weather changes daily where I'm at. It's crazy, and it always has. Like it's just, it always has, and that's why we get some bad weather. Okay, PTR, but no, I have not. I have not played on the PTR yet. PTR 12.0.1. I tried, like I said, I tried all weekend. It just was not open. You'll try that out. Yeah, it's a good time, Grubby Turtle. It takes a bit of getting used to. You do have to commit more mana in big moments of healing, but yeah. So the build changes tomorrow. I'm still gonna be, honestly, I'm still gonna be rocking the same build. I'm gonna test it again with Dance of Chi-Ji to see if that's worth taking now. But honestly, I plan to basically play the same build, if I'm being real. Yeah, see, all of them, it says incompatible. Is this something that I did wrong, or it's just not letting me in? Have others been able to get into the PTR? Five subs, walk for an hour. 20 subs, walk the rest of the stream. Makes me think of the episode of Black Mirror where streamers do crazy stuff for donations. I haven't seen that, but I need to watch that. But no, it's kind of just like I need to be walking, I need to be standing. And you know, it's like it's very recommended to like to smaller streamers just to like literally have like, oh, you'll see so many streamers have this like sub goal 0 out of 5, you know, with nothing else. And the reason why you do that is just because like for me, I always forget about Prime sub, you know, like I have a Prime sub every month, but I'll go like a few days just having forgotten. So if I load into a stream and like I see they have daily sub goal, I'm like, oh wait, I have my Prime sub. You know, it's just like one of those things. But I kind of just want to add a little bit more fun to it. There has been some like, you know, some aspects like that. The other day, so the thing is I have a walker. I have like a little mini treadmill under my desk. We've burnt it out once. We made it hit the panic mode and it shut itself off because we walked for so long one day. And then the other day I had to turn it off because it was getting so hot in my room. And it was literally coming through like my shoes and like burning my feet. Like that's how hot the walker was getting. So we've kind of burnt it out twice. So it's kind of fun to just see. I'm not a fit in shape person, so it's just fun to like be able to brag about things that like in shape people probably go through on the daily. You know what I mean? You can alter the rules of Nuzlocke. Yeah. Now I've considered it. Say catch multiple Pokemons every zone, but I have to release all but for the first one, for instance. I've also considered, since this game is so slow, and since I'm an adult who doesn't have a bunch of time, like say I encounter like a level 2 Mankey as my encounter. If I just like run from it and wait until I hit like a level 5 Mankey, I've considered doing that just to save myself. Like it honestly would be a nice time save. But I'm not doing that. But yeah, that is another thing I've considered. Like I'm not opposed to like doing these kinds of things just because like it's all about making it fun for you, and you know. But if one of my Pokemon dies, it will be dead for sure. Like we will keep the sanctity of the Nuzlocke intact, regardless. But I need to watch it. I think I've watched like one episode of Black Mirror, but like I never watched the show. Like, and I know it's like one of those shows where like every episode's different, kind of, right? It's one of those where they each just present this like really crazy world or scenario, and like you just like go through it for the episode, right? I don't know. I know I would like it, but I don't know. I kind of just want to like be presented specific episodes that I know I'd care about, and go from there.
Yes.
Alright, we need pad poles. Yeah, I like about a year ago was the last time I did my previous Nuzlocke, and I was doing Brilliant Diamond or whatever, the Pearl and Diamond ones. I forget which one I was playing. But God, I had such a good team. I even, for the first time I did trade evos, I got my friend to like log on and trade with me. So I had an Alakazam, which like most people ban in there. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna run it. But I came upon the 7th gym leader. I forget what her name is, but she's like the ice lady. Candace. Her name's Candace. And I was like, okay, this fight's gonna be easy. Like I had Infernape, like I was chilling, right? But the way the fight went, one of my Pokemon missed like an 85 or 95% accurate move against her Metacham. Which, first off, why does she have a Metacham as an Ice type gym leader? Anyways, one of my Pokemon missed an attack versus her Metacham, and Metacham used like either Calm Mind or like Dragon Dance or some kind of setup move, and then just absolutely swept my entire team with like high jump kick or something, and didn't miss a single high jump kick. So it was like super tragic. I lost that lost that Nuzlocke. I'm like, whatever. But we're back. I found you. It's kind of weird after you kill the prey, they just like kind of run away and kneel down. I guess they are kind of like collecting their wounds and stuff. But I'm just gonna touch a death this guy. I'm tired of fighting him. Get out of my face. These guys aren't spawning as much as I would hope. Also trying to avoid like the big dudes. Don't want to waste my time fighting them. Yeah, I did a little bit of profession grinding over the weekend. Not like super crazy, but just trying to get my leatherworking and enchanting up a bit. I need to put more time into that. So it would be nice to actually make some gold in a tier. I did take note of how much gold I had at the beginning of the tier, and I'm gonna like keep track of it throughout the tier. I'm sure once the raid comes out, that's usually when my gold dips a lot from like repairs and like crafting and stuff. But I do want to try to get some gold from professions. I'm too dumb for professions. I just do mining. The thing is, like, I just do skinning on my druid. Like, skinning is the one that I actually do sit there and grind. But I always kid myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna actually put some time into doing professions this tier, and I'll sit there and I'll grind out my enchanting and leatherworking to max. But the thing about leatherworking and things about making gear and stuff are that you have to like really advertise in global chat and trade chat, and you have to like really be on top of it for those kinds of professions. I'm obviously not going to do that, right? And then the thing about enchanting is like you have to be really quick with it. You have to like post things on like Tuesday mornings when everyone's like logging in, cracking the vault, and needs to enchant their weapon. You also have to be like really good about sniping pieces of crafting material for making the enchantments when they drop, or like when they're cheap, and when you have to like be very knowledgeable about how much it costs to make each recipe at the time versus how much you can sell it for. Like there's just all these little things that I'm just like, I always kid myself that I'm going to be paying attention to that, but then the season starts and it's just like the last thing on my mind is that profession. So that's why I do end up going with I just do skinning on my druid, and honestly that's probably where I'll make all the gold this tier. I love skinning. The problem is that there isn't like a fun skinning farm this tier. Like I just like when you can go into the open world and pull like a bunch of this one bear and just kill it, you know. But the problem is whenever there is a good skinning farm, people always do those like 4x4 groups, and they'll get mad at you if you're just an individual player also there just happening to farm in the open world, you know what I mean? So I don't want to like enrage them because they'll literally mass report you, you know. Oh, I have to kill more of these. I've been looking for those little things that I have to pick up, but no, we just have to kill these guys. Oops. Same, and then forget to sell them. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, like I do have, like, I did put some time into those professions, but it's just so hard to like make money. Like, people can make, you can make millions through things like leatherworking, like those armor crafting professions. But like, you really do have to like advertise and stuff, and like really snipe when people say like looking for leather worker. You have to be like the first one to message them. You know what I mean? And like, people literally have bots intended for that exact thing. So like, I'm not gonna use a bot to do it. So I don't know. But yeah, skinning, herbalism, like all those are really fun. The reason why I like skinning is because you can do it more mindlessly. Like when you do herbalism, especially nowadays where you can fly around and do herbalism, you have to be like really attentive. Like you have to be really watching your monitor, seeing those nodes and stuff. Whereas with skinning, you can kind of like watch a movie on this monitor and just like run the same loop over and over and just spam things. Yo, brutal static. Yo, we're talking about professions. About how I always kid myself that I'm gonna like really spend time working on professions, and then I end up just wasting my time and a lot of gold getting to like 100 out of 100 in that profession, and then just never use it, you know. But the professions that we like, I do like, and that you can kind of like do every now and then and still get good value from, are like gathering ones. So like my monk, for the past few tiers, I think I'm the last tier that I actually made good gold on, and I say good, I just mean like 100k, which is not that great. The last time that I actually made like some amount of gold was in Shadowlands, just because I got one of the recipes to make like a legendary pretty early, and so I was like crafting some legendaries, but eventually like the bots and stuff took over, and like you just couldn't reply quick enough to get people to let you craft them, you know. But that's the last time I really made gold from that. For the most part, we just got to rely on skinning now to make our gold. Oh, we're in a loop. But for those of us just joining us, welcome in for Brutal Static stream. How's it going? How's season 2 of the podcast going, Brutal? We are taking today pretty chill. We have some things on our radar. I'm playing my Mistweaver monk, which if you don't know is my main. We have 240 gear. There are some ways that we can get some upgrades by like crafting. I also need to go through and like spend my adventure crests and stuff. Like there's some ways that I could like pick up like 1 or 2 maybe item levels. But the main thing that we're doing is I am trying to trigger this prey that we have been doing literally the whole stream, and this guy is just not coming out. Oh, I guess I can go do that now though. I guess we triggered the last one just recently, so we're only there now. And in the meantime, I also, this is the last reputation I need to grind. I have like the singularity and all those to like 7, 8, and 9 and stuff, and this is the last one that we need to get to 8, and we are so close to getting it to 8. So it's kind of like a pretty good double dipping day, getting some last few chores done for the week. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. I did also level some alts over the weekend. Nothing insane. I just got my 3rd healer to 90. I really need to go back through and get the other 3 to 90. But I got the 3 quick ones done. So the 3 that have tank specs. And now, like, I got to go back through and like do dungeons and stuff to gear or to level. Because I can't really like delve. I didn't really delve spam until the last like 2 levels of the druid, which sucks. That's pretty inefficient. I wish I would have known about those. Oh no, you can't fly over them. Okay. But yeah, I need to get on that alt grind, get my alts ready to go. But also I confirmed with my guild. My guild leader reached out today, and he was asking like, hey, like you still have on the spreadsheet that you're like undecided for raid, like do you know what you're gonna be playing? And I just told him like I plan on playing monk, but if the guild needs a raid buff, and a healer can provide that. Like, say we don't have a shaman on our roster or something, I'd be more than happy to swap. And he was like, okay, monk it is, because I guess we have all the raid buffs, so it is confirmed we are playing the Mistweaver. The Mistweaver. Is the Jade Empowerment build still viable? It depends on your definition of viable. You can play it in casual keys and be totally fine. Like, totally fine. But do I, if you're asking, like, do I anticipate that, like, if you are someone, theoretically, someone who can push to top 100 Mistweaver Monk, and you wanted to play the Jade Lightning build, I don't know. I feel like maybe, like, 1 or 2 people could, like, force it and stuff. But I don't really anticipate seeing it much in the top 100, like, Mistweaver Monks, if at all, personally. Just because it's designed to be tuned less. Like, it's designed to be less powerful than the punches and kicks by the devs, just because they want that to be the, like, premier play style, you know. So yeah, it really just depends on your definition. But if you're someone who just, like, logs in, plays with friends every week, and you just push to, like, 15s, absolutely you can get the job done. Yeah, so it really just depends. If I ever see an army of boomies, I will just stay away. If I anger those boomies, I'll get mass reported. The thing is like, herbalism bots, that's a thing. I've encountered them once in Maldraxxus before, back in Shadowlands, where you're just, like, doing your herb farm. I was just, like, running around Maldraxxus doing this herb farm that I saw, like, some YouTuber tell me to go do and stuff. And then you just see, like, 30 druids make the same exact movement all at once. You're like, oh crap, yeah, you stay out of their way. But the new skinning farms, they're not, like, skinning farms aren't really bots, I don't think. It's just like 4x4 farms. You just get in a group of 4 people, you go with another group of 4 people, and you just go around, collect a bunch of mobs in one area, nuke them all down, and then just, like, mine them, fly to the next pack, you know, like, those are pretty boring. I like just doing solo farms. I don't care if I'm making less gold and stuff. To me, it's just about the vibes. Like, I'll just run around and kill what I see, you know. But I like skinning. I think it's the most vibey profession. Also, I really do want to actually invest early point. Like, I want to hit the paint hard with skinning, because what happened last season was I started doing those skinning, the 4x4 B farms, way late. Like, I was just doing them on the weekends while I watched a movie, basically. And the other people had their profession, their tools and everything maxed out. So they were able to, like, once we killed mobs, they would, like, skin them instantly. And they were able to blast through the whole pack and just, like, skin them all. Whereas I could not. It would take me so long to skin each mob, right? And it was just, I was so slow. So I do want to get to where I can skin very quickly early on this season, you know. So we got an offhand. I wonder if that's actually an upgrade. No, we already had an offhand. That's what it was. The thing is, though, we can keep this offhand in case we get a one-hand, or I could craft a one-hand. Nah, it's not that deep. Not that deep at all. But yeah, I definitely want to, like, get all the gear and everything for that profession early on. The problem, though, is that that's on my druid, and that druid doesn't have, like, the acuity. My monk has acuity because I've done the 2 professions. I guess I can show you. Like, I've done leatherworking to 80. Is that 80 or 60? Probably 60. Yeah, that's 60. And then I've done enchanting to 100. So, like, this character has the acuity, right? I have 410. Oh, that's from last season. Where's this season? I don't know. But I don't know if acuity, like, transfers across characters, you know? Not too sure. Okay, what else do we have to do? Oh, we still need to finish that reputation. What am I doing? We are so close. I need 500 more rep. I just got carried away with the prey, but that's okay. We go back. We go back. Do you have an import code for the open world build? Yeah, I can get you one. I got you, Captain Delicious. The rotation, you rushing wind kick, and while that's kicking, you press Thunder Focus Tea. You can basically do those at the same time, but just press this first. And then you just spam rushing wind kick, and you'll get 4 total. The middle 2 will be the stronger ones, because they'll be the ones that have the Jadefire Stomp. So you rushing wind kick, Thunder Focus Tea, kick, 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 and that's it. And then whenever you get a Dance of Chi-Ji proc, you spin, but then you just go for as many kicks as possible, and you nuke things down. So that's it. It's super simple. Copy to clipboard. I got you. What is Thunder Focus Tea? I haven't had it on my bars the entire expansion. Well, it's very powerful. It's very powerful. So Slammed, I would definitely recommend you at least keybind it and force yourself to press it every 30 seconds, even if you have no idea what it's doing. But it does a lot of different things. How it works is it buffs your next spell. So you press it, and then you press another spell, and that spell will be buffed. But the only 3 that it can buff is Enveloping Mist. So if you press Thunder Focus Tea, and then press Enveloping Mist, that Enveloping Mist will be instant cast, so you'll skip the cast time. It also does like a spot heal on cast, so it's like an immediate benefit. And it's also what procs your, it can guarantee proc your Apex talents. So if you do Thunder Focus Tea followed by an Enveloping Mist, that Enveloping Mist will hit harder, be instant cast, and it'll start a Soothing Mist channel on them, and just, you go crazy with a bunch of hot healing. You can buff a Renewing Mist, which is more so a raid thing. You don't really do this in Mythic Plus, but you can buff a Renewing Mist, and that'll just add time to that Renewing Mist timer, so it just makes your Renewing Mist a longer hot. Or you can buff a Rising Sun Kick, and that basically takes almost all the time off your Rising Sun Kick's cooldown, so you can basically do like 2 in a row for the most part. So it's a really powerful button, but there's also a lot of passives that you're getting, so that's just like the baseline of what Thunder Focus Tea does. On top of that, you are starting this passive whenever you press it, which is going to start shaving time off of your big spell's cooldown. So say that you need your Life Cocoon back quicker, which Life Cocoon is very powerful, especially in like lower keys and stuff. If you Thunder Focus Tea, it'll start shaving time off that timer like a lot quicker. It will also give you haste because you're proccing Heart of the Jade Serpent, and this passive gives you haste. So that's haste. It also gives you a permanent buff until you press Thunder Focus Tea to kind of reset this buff again. So if you use your Thunder Focus Tea to buff like a Rising Sun Kick, for example, you're just giving yourself 8% verse. That's it, right? So yeah, I mean, it does so many things, but like the very basics are that it just buffs your next spell being one of these 3 spells. That's kind of like the basics. But yeah, it's a very, very powerful, and it's just a 30-second cooldown, so you can do all that like every 30 seconds. It's really, really strong. It doesn't sound strong, but when you factor in that it's just 30 seconds and like all the things that it does, it's very, very strong, you know? Okay, so we need more rep. We need about 1 more quest line's worth of rep. What sounds the most fun? Supplicants to the Goddess. Hold on. Tales of the Sky. We're going to go do Tales of the Sky because that sounds like a quest where we just fly around and catch things, which sounds quick. But then otherwise we can do Supplicants to the Goddess, which sounds kind of interesting. Not gonna lie, I forgot that was even there. I thought it was just Mana Tea because the icons were the same. Honestly, I feel you there. I feel you there, man. They really do look alike. I kind of wish that they'd make them like much more different, you know? But yeah, you'll get used to the color of them for sure. But really, you want to have your Thunder Focus Tea more prominent. Like your Mana Tea would be down here, if at all, you know. What I did not mean to get that, did I? Oh, I did. Okay, so this was the one. Oh, no, so Tales from the Sky is not fly around and collect things. Dang. I was hoping. I love those quests, man. They're so quick. I'm guessing it's just kill these things, because they're glowing. But like, watch. I'm gonna rushing wind kick, Thunder Focus Tea, rushing wind kick, rushing wind kick, rushing wind kick, and like this pack is almost already dead. Like you can do so much damage, almost because of rushing wind kick and all of its little synergies. Like another little synergy I didn't even mention is I'm playing Morning Breeze right now with this build, which is also great Captain Delicious. This is why you lead with a rushing wind kick instead of leading with your Thunder Focus Tea. If you lead with rushing wind kick, then press Thunder Focus Tea, it's gonna reset rushing wind kick so you can do it instantly again. So that's why you rushing wind kick, Thunder Focus Tea, rushing wind kick, because of Morning Breeze. Yeah, this little synergy, all the synergy built around rushing wind kick and Thunder Focus Tea right now are so much fun to play in the open world. I'm kind of gonna miss it. I might want to force like a rushing wind kick build. Oh no. I might want to force the rushing wind kick build. The thing is, like, I was playing it on the beta and it just was not working for me. I don't know. Maybe I just need more reps with it, but I was just such a big fan of this traditional Chi-Ji build on beta. Alright, we need 500 rep. I feel like if we do this quest line, so we're about to get 100, I think, from these two turn-ins. I feel like once we do this entire little tiny quest chain, we should get... Oh, we didn't get any rep for that. Wait, that didn't give us any rep. What the heck? Hello? Okay, I don't know. We're still gonna finish it out. Okay, that gave us some rep. There we go. I was wondering. Wondering where my Jade Fire Stomp was. It was a cooldown that did 90% of my healing as Fistweaver. Ooh, that's a lot. Ideally, it's not doing that much. But, Jade Fire Stomp is now, like, in the form of a passive. And it's in the form of this talent here. You likely will not be playing it in Mythic Plus. Maybe some builds will play it. Maybe the Russian Wind Kick build might play it. But, I personally am not playing Emperor's Elixir in the traditional Chi-Ji build. But no, it's still there. It's just different, you know. Because yeah, honestly, it's nice it not being a button, because it makes it to where you have less buttons that you need to press, right? But it is weird having it as a passive. Going from it being like the pillar of your entire Mythic Plus build to being a passive. Oh, do I need to collect these? Uh-oh. You give me percent, maybe? They do. Okay. I liked it better in The War Within when you had to press it. Yeah, I mean, I liked... I don't really know. I liked it better at the start, but the more I put time into testing, like, I do like having it as an option as a passive. I just wish it was even stronger. Like, I wish it nuked, you know? I wish it either nuked or just did a lot more healing. So you were like really it was like a skill shot kind of thing. Like I like it in its current state, but I wish it just did much more healing. So it could be that like skill shot. Like if you can aim it at your allies, you just like get like a lot of value from it kind of thing. But then you would be that annoying healer that's like, everyone stack up, like stand in melee please so I can hit my heals. But yeah. Index and PvP, one more day to abuse it. I know, right? Ah! Wrong button. Luckily I did my battlegrounds last night. The thing is, I still think Mistweaver's gonna be good in PvP, right? Like, they're so good right now that I feel like even with the nerfs, they're gonna be fine. It's just not gonna be like broken one-shot people. Which is crazy to say as a healer. Okay, let's start killing some things. Get this quest line done. Oh my gosh, I'm so slowed. These snails. Why play fist weaving in PvP when we don't get touched at all? Well, so I haven't really played 2s and 3s. Like I very rarely play PvP, and I only really do battlegrounds like whenever there's like a quest for it that I need to do. Like this week I did do 3 battlegrounds because that was a quest. But like I don't really play that much PvP. But I would imagine in like 2s and 3s, yeah. I'm guessing like just keep your Soothing Mist rolling on your ally or whoever's the target. Just keep your hots rolling. Like I could feel like that would make them almost unkillable, right? But in Battlegrounds, dude, you just if people jump you, if there's like a whole mob of melees just swinging on you, you just spinning crane kick and they can't kill you. It's so stupid. Like I'm sure there's something better to be doing, but I took this build into some Battlegrounds. That's kind of what I would do is I would just like rushing lane kick, try to snipe people. Like I'd run at their squishies. Like if I saw like a, I don't know, a freaking Shadow Priest or something. I'd run at the Shadow Priest, do my little quad kick, hope it one-shots him. If it doesn't, then just like kind of run away, you know? That's literally all you do is just spin. I mean, it works. It really did work. And as someone who doesn't know anything about PvP, I don't know people's cooldowns. I don't know different specs and classes like CCs that they can do to me. It was just nice to be able to play a version of Mistweaver that I know, you know? That was pretty nice. But yeah, I would have like a Ret Paladin. Whenever an Unholy Death Knight kept jumping me, he would jump me and spawn like all of his little critters. And I would just spin off of him, and like he could not kill me. It was so stupid.
I am ready.
I am ready. What's our rep at? Oh, we're so close. It'll feel so good to get this out of the way. This is the first time I've ever like actually done a rep grind. I've grinded all the reps to where I needed to get them. Hi, LB. I'm working on my guide, actually, Spiritual. Working on my guide. It should be out either tomorrow or the next day. Would you be down to give your thoughts on Mistweaver raid setup? Like, has anything changed in terms of talent / how to raid heal with the upcoming patch? I don't think so. I think it's just going to be better. Like, I think your Vivify Cleave is going to be better, which is great. It could open up some, like, realms where Shayloons see some play, but I don't anticipate that. I definitely think the mana strictness on that build is a little too tight, and then also with the Vivify Cleave seeing some buffs, I think that's going to be really good for us too. But I don't think like much is going to change from the patch notes in our raid build. It's just going to do better. You know what I mean? Can you full on Fistweave and raid? You can. You always can take a Chi-Ji build in. The problem is like at different times Chi-Ji will be like, if this is Yulon, Chi-Ji will be here, like maybe like 10% worse than the Yulon build, or it'll be here 5% worse. It can even be down here 15% worse. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's better. Like there have been tiers where it's just the better play. So like one was like Galliwix. People were playing it early Galliwix tier before it got nerfed. What was the other tier? It was the big Razageth tier, I think. It was whatever tier had the boss that had the 4 corner quadrants in the room, that if you pulled him into that quadrant he had like a different set of abilities. Whatever tier that was a Chi-Ji tier. Like you can play Chi-Ji, it's just sometimes it's much worse, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's equal, you know. I am someone who, if it's within like 5 to 7, if it's like 7% worse than Yulon, I'll probably end up just playing Chi-Ji anyways, just because I enjoy it a lot more. And honestly, like my raid healing comp doesn't really need it. We have like X bleeding edge healers. Like I feel like we're fine, and I just play better when I play that because I enjoy it more. The thing is, on beta, so it's stupid because we got all of our testing done on beta, and then they changed everything. So I'm just going off of what I know from the testing, and also trying to apply it in my head, the changes since then, right? Chi-Ji, there was one boss where like Way of the Crane was like bugged or something, so people were going Way of the Crane just spinning and just like doing a infinite healing, right? Other than that, Chi-Ji was not performing well on raid when compared to the Yulon build, and that was even taking into account that the Yulon build was worse than every other healer's build, you know what I mean? So you can go Chi-Ji, nothing stopping you, but odds are it's going to be worse. Now, granted, on top of Vivify Cleave getting a buff, they also are buffing Jadefire Teachings, which is your like punch kick rotations healing. So that could be more of an incentive, but keep in mind they're buffing Vivify. So it's like, yeah, they're buffing the Chi-Ji's healing, the Chi-Ji build's healing, but they're also buffing the other build's healing. Now, you could just take a good stuff sandwich and play. There was like a build a long time ago. I think it was a Mirdrasil, where you were playing like Ancient Teachings as like your core, but you were also doing a lot of Vivify casts. So it was like you would Rising Sun Kick, then Vivify, like every time, right? You could do something like that, right? Especially now that you can like guarantee an instant Vivify. I wonder if that's going to be a thing. I need to test that. But once again, we just have to get in. Like, we're going to be testing all this for the first time tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I can just give you guys my best guess based on the testing I did, the data that we had from the raid testing on beta, and just my assumption of what's going to change. You know, that's kind of what the guide's going to be tomorrow. It's just my best guess, what I plan to play week 1 as a Yulon build, right? Okay, we need another quest. I need to get it going. A Game of Silence and Shadows sounds like a baller quest line. But this quest should get our rep done with its own. Then we'll be vibing. Let me ask you guys something. Is there a reputation this tier that I should push beyond 9? Like, right now we're getting all the reps to like 7, 8, 9 because this is where you can get that free piece of gear. But is there a reputation that gives me something better down the line that I should invest more time into? Like, should I be pushing one of these beyond 10? Is my question. Because you know how, like, some tiers, the Infinite Augment Rune is, like, tied to a reputation, or there's, like, a big, like, heroic ring that you can buy at some point? Like, is there a rep that it's worth doing that for? Haranir for the Mogs. Honestly, Transmog, that counts. Okay, so Haranir for the Mogs. So far, that's the winner. Honestly, I love it. I think Haranir Mog is really cool. So we have to find the hiding children. Okay. Huh. Why'd he say it like that? Hey! This guy's name is Illuminati. What? Hello? Oh, I think I did this quest chain on my druid. Oh, then that means it's probably not going to give me reputation. That's probably why I didn't get rep earlier, is because I probably did that same quest line on my druid. Huh. Will it give me rep? It does not. Okay, so I'm going to abandon these. And let's go do some quests that actually matter. Sorry, kids. Not today. It's like if Superman swooped down and was like, oh, I've already helped you guys. See ya, you know. Hey, did you test spinning crank kick single heal? What do you think? No, so I've been trying to get into the PTR and it just is not, it's not accessible. Unfortunately, I tried all weekend, cannot log in. Very, very sad. But yeah, we will be jamming it. We will absolutely be jamming it once we can get in. Alright, we really only need to do one of these quests, right? I would think. Yeah, I would imagine it's going to be... Personally, I'm going to really enjoy it. I really will. I loved Twizzy, or Twizy? I'm going to say Twizzy, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I loved old Ancient Teachings where it would all hit one health bar instead of spreading evenly. I just feel like it's much more satisfying to see like all of that healing just go straight into one health bar. Like, I love that. So I'm going to have more fun. while playing the new spinning crank kick, but you also like probably won't be able to spam it as much. Like, I don't know. Ooh, did that get us there? How close are we? Oh my goodness, we're 35 away. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm super excited, to be honest. I'm really, honestly, like, I had so much fun on the beta playing Mistweaver that, like, there's very few things that they could have done to make me lose excitement for Mistweaver and Mythic Plus. But I'll be totally honest with you guys. The one thing that I was kind of dreading, if I'm being honest, was Raid. I was like, I don't enjoy the build that's doing well. And by well, I mean, like, okay, you know, like, it just, nothing was exciting me about Raid healing as Mistweaver. But now that they're buffing it and changing it, I am actually excited again to play Mistweaver and Raid. So I am just super stoked for this season. It's going to be very, very good. I hope this will be good change from Blizzard, but I don't know. Spinning crank kick single heal is weird. Yeah, it is weird. It is definitely weird, for sure. I deadass thought about re-rolling week 1 because healing M0s felt miserable. Really? I thought M0s were super chill, but to be fair, like, I have been playing all of beta, so, like, I am very used to the new interactions and stuff, so I don't want to... I don't know, I just feel like Mistweaver was, like... It felt lame because you were spinning a lot, so I will say that. But it felt easy because you could spin a bunch, you know? Oh, what did we get? Mysterious Sky Shards. Okay, we need Root Drift Jellies. Does that count? It's a Root Drifter. I would imagine. Yeah, I'm super stoked. It will feel so weird because, like, if you look at Mistweaver back in Shadowlands... Wait, was Spinning Crank Kick healing in Shadowlands? I don't know, but, like, early Dragonflight, your punches and kick, like, your single target rotation was doing single target healing, and your Spinning Crank Kick was doing AoE healing, right? But now, it's, like, flopped. You know? Or flip-flopped. It's weird. It's very odd, but I think it's exciting. I really do. I think it's super fun. Mistweaver's just going to be... Honestly, Mistweaver's going to be fun this tier. I'm already calling it. This is going to go down in history. Last tier, Mistweaver was dope as hell. Okay, since I've been playing, the coolest Mistweaver tiers have been last tier with Jade Empowerment. Cranking up that one Jade Lightning was just, I mean, hard to beat. Like, hard to beat. Shadowlands Mistweaver was really cool. I really just think that I enjoyed the legendary system, how you could basically change up your entire build based on what legendary you went. Granted, you know, there was always one best legendary, right? But Mistweavers, I enjoyed Ancient Teachings as a legendary, and back then I loved how it healed. And then I loved Venthyr. I think when Venthyr, what was that, 10.2? I loved that tier. Was it 10.2 or was it 9.2? Whatever Sanctum of Domination tier was, I loved that version of Mistweaver, specifically raid healing. I loved the raid healing. But I think those have been my two favorite, the Venthyr Monk and Jade Empowerment. But I think this one's going to be up there in the top 3. Once we get more testing with the spinning crank kick stuff, I definitely think that that's what it's gonna hinge on, if it's gonna be rank 1, 2, or 3, right? But in my opinion, I think those are the top 3. But a lot of people hated Venthyr Monk tier. There we go, Renown 8. I'm not gonna finish this quest. Actually, I'll do this because we literally already have it done, basically. A lot of people hated Venthyr tier. That did nothing. Okay. Alright. I don't want to pick up his quest, but I have that auto pickup quest thing on. I mean, we're here already. No, let's abandon this for now. And then, okay, let's go. So now we need to go get that free piece of loot that we get from getting the rep. I also have all of these reagents. I wonder if these sell they do on the auction house. Here's a leatherworking knowledge, okay. Very cool. Okay. We get a free piece of loot, but we have to do a little quest line. View renown. Speak to Nanar at the Den in Harandar. Nanar, Den of Harandar. Oh god, the dyslexias are already kicking in. Den, in the Den, there's a Den of Echoes. Is there the Den? Okay, so there's Den of Echoes and the Den. We're looking for Nanar. I'll be able to find him first try. I'll walk in and stare at him. I can only chalk that up. Oh, I can only chalk that up to never using Thunder Focus T element. Yeah, Thunder Focus is big. It really is big. It's kind of like our big enabler. Especially on beta, like, it was really good in keys. Like, you would Thunder Focus T and Enveloping Mist pretty often, or at least I would. Okay. Nanar. Where you at, Nanar? I'm guessing this is the Den. Oh my god, this place is literally a root maze. How am I expected to find people? I'm just gonna go to, like, the peak. I feel like they usually put these people at, like, the top. Who are you? A villager. This is not a village, buddy. You're literally living in District 13 right now. This is crazy. Toroa. What do you have? Why is there someone looking at this vendor? What on earth does that guy have that's worth anything? Maybe up here? Dude, this place is literally a maze. How am I expect? Oh, are they in this building over here? Uh-oh. Is that enchanting knowledge? No, it's just a rolled up pillow. Why do I need that? The heck? Alright, Nanar. Surely you're in here, right? But does this count as the Den?
What memory do you bring?
Sure, I'll take the bloom. Wait, okay, so they give you different rewards. That's a decoration. Oh, they're all decoration. Well, Bubbling Cauldron would be cool. I kind of want the wand, but I feel like I've already done the wand. What is that? I kind of did like this bloom. I get so sidetracked. I'm supposed to be looking for Nanar. Whoa, you get 1,000 rep for this? Why did I put this off? What the hell? 1,000 rep? I've been sitting here doing little side quests? Come on now. I feel like I just don't even know how to play this game. No, okay, don't get sidetracked. We are looking for Nanar. He's got to be in a building. Surely he's not in the actual den, right? Who are you? That's Noyan. What does he teach? Train me in what? Alchemy? No, sir. Let's see. I started with Disc, then leveled and tried out Prez, but even my M0s playing Prez felt like a fever dream with my muscle memory desperately trying to cast Spirit Bloom. Yeah, you'll have that, what is it, Phantom Pains or whatever? You'll have that for sure with Spirit Bloom. Like, it's bad. It is really bad. What was the spec? I was playing it yesterday. I was having, like, those same kind of Phantom Pains, like, Trying to press one button over. Oh, this feels like he's probably here. Naynar, where the heck are you, man? This is crazy. I don't see Naynar in the den. That's Rui. Howie. These guys are just dancing. What the heck, dude? I'm about to have to like Google where is Naynar. This is so bad. Oh yeah, I do that weekly. I keep looking for my interrupt. Yeah, interrupt keeps happening for sure. There were a couple times where I'll press my Jade Firestomp button for sure, but on my Holy Paladin, the amount of times that I pressed my kick was insane. Like I pressed it so many times. I don't know why. It was specifically the Holy Paladin. He's got to be up here though. This place is just so big. I don't know where the heck he is. Is he in here? Where's Naynar? This is the inn. Is he sleeping? It's got to be one of these buildings, though. Who are you? Rowena? Who are you guys? Just villagers. It just says, find Naynar at the den. That's it. That's all you get. That's all the direction you get. Maybe over here. There we go. Goodness gracious. Hey, we got a piece, another upgrade. It's only a 6 item level upgrade, but it is champion track. We don't even get an item level upgrade in total, but hey, we take it. We take that. Okay, but now we can hearth out. We can spend our adventure crests and then log off for the week on the monk. Hi, do you think spinning Crane Kick will keep on being enough healing with the incoming change the way it heals? To be more specific, I can get away with only pressing spinning Crane Kick in normal dungeons. Will it stay that way? So maybe not like versus bosses and stuff, but the thing is I do think it's going to be equally as powerful, even though they are numerically nerfing it. I do think that this way of healing can be stronger. It also can be worse. If you proc it into your higher health ally, obviously that's really bad because it's going to all get wasted to overhealing. I don't think it's going to be so much less consistent that in big AoE packs you're going to have to, like, you won't be able to spin. I do think you're still going to be able to spin and keep up like most people, but if you hit bad luck and you get it to proc on the wrong people, you probably will have to spot heal to compensate. But I can't imagine that you can't get through those like big AoE, like Algathar Academy first pool. I can't imagine it's wrong to spin, right? But once again, we just got to get it. We have to get into Mythic Plus and see, or at least get into these M0s next week and test it and play around with it and stuff, you know. But like I said, I do think, like, obviously numerically they are nerfing it. It's going from what, like 375 total percent to like what, what is it, 350 now or something? Like, it is going down numerically, but I don't think it's necessarily like a nerf, you know what I mean? Like, it's just gonna be different. Like, it's just straight up gonna be different. Okay, what crests are we using here? Adventure. Yeah, I'm able to use all my adventure crests. Should I this late into the week? Probably not, but we're doing it anyways. Okay, we finally get the epic thing. I don't think I upgraded anything else, right? Maybe. No, these veterans to 4 also use veteran crests. So yeah, we don't. What about champion track? What do they use? Yeah, we don't have those crests yet. Okay. I think I just set at 241 and we'd be happy with it. Honestly, not too upset. Yeah, we still did get some bad luck on not hitting these pieces, but that's fine. The ring, we're guaranteed to get either a ring or a necklace heroic. in like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, by just doing the PvP quest line. So if we get crazy bad luck, we'll at least be able to fill this ring slot. Chest and cloak are pretty common pieces. Also, we can craft 2 pieces, so I could craft these 2 and just rely on getting this, you know. Vapor Wizard says, I've always overlooked monks. Turns out I really enjoy them. Chi will go full Super Saiyan. Yeah, for sure. That's the thing, Vapor Wizard. I've always tried to, like, champion this, at least in my little bubble, right? I've always been super hyped up about, like, how much fun Mistweaver is, because it is. It's so much fun. But there's just some weird phenomenon in this game where people don't want to make a monk alt. Like, people just don't want to play monk. And people say, like, people have tried to find the reason, and I think people have landed on, like, it's the class fantasy or something. Like, people just don't want to play monk in this game. Oh, let's open the mail first before I log out. Like, people don't think that monks fit the vibe of WoW or something. I feel like that's the most common reason why people don't want to play monk. But it, like, Mistweaver specifically is the most fun spec in the game, and it's just not close. Like, it's not close at all. What spec have I played that's, like, almost come close? I legitimately can't think of a spec that has even come close to Mistweaver and how fun it is. I mean, like, Survival Hunter maybe was up there at a time, but now it's not. Like, I feel like Survival Hunter back in Shadowlands was a pretty good time, especially in PvP. That was the one spec I did play specifically in PvP. It was a good time, but not even close. Like, not even close. There's a mailbox. Whoa, look at all this gold. What's selling a lot? Thalassian Essence. I feel like some of these things that I'm selling will probably be worth more later on. Like these Dawn Crystals. I bet people are just like stockpiling Dawn Crystals for now. Whoa. 5 Dawn Crystals for 30. Oh my god. I got these from disenchanting pieces, I'm pretty sure. So people are really buying disenchanted stuff. That, like, crazy. I mean, that's crazy. How much did we just make? We're still going. The mailbox clean out. Yeah, see, this is what I was doing. Is I was working on my professions. I just made 50k gold by selling things from disenchanting items and then, like, fishing some. Oh my goodness. Mr. Vlad himself, maybe. It's either Vlad or definitely not Vlad. Can't tell. But Vlad coming in with a big raid. You know what's great is that you raided with 69 people. The perfect number. What's good, everyone from Vlad's stream? How are y'all doing? Oh my gosh. Hi, LB, you look cute today. No, you. Oh my goodness. 50k gold, easy money, easy game. I know, right? I did invest like 20k to make that, but honestly, that's stonks right there. 20k in like an hour of my time, so maybe it's not stonks, but yeah, that was just from my daily disenchanting. The problem is we've made it to where, like, a period where I'm not really getting many epic pieces to disenchant. I think I do just disenchant this offhand, honestly. Even though there's like a world in which we do use it, still feel like we just disenchant. Let's just slap all these things back on the auction house. All these crafted pieces, I doubt anyone buys them, and BOEs from the open world. But what's good, everyone from Vlad's stream? We just finished the last thing that I wanted to do on the monk for this week. So I'm about to log out of monk for the week, which it's literally, you know, the week's over today, right? But I do want to get back on my shaman. I need to level my shaman. Over the weekend, I finished leveling my my druid. So now I have the monk, the paladin, and the druid fully leveled. But the sad thing about that is that those are the 3 easy ones to level, right? Those are 3 easy healers to level because they're the ones that have a tank spec. But now I'm on to the ones that don't have a tank spec, and it's like, oh, it's going to be so slow. Oh, a priest and a evoker. Blech. But we got to get it done. I will eventually, I don't know when, but I'll eventually come back through and level my Prot Warrior and Death Knight. I think I'm going to swap Death Knight mains from Hogak to sub to DMV. 1, because it's 9 levels above. But 2, we got to rep the name, DMV. Sorry to raid and run. Just finished a 13-hour stream. Yeah, I saw you going all day. I also saw that you were making some gold Does anyone know what gold farm was Vlad doing? Vlad looked cute today. I like that spin on it, Marcus. I don't disagree. When doesn't he? But also, Bear said, for me, it's a big fantasy thing. So we were talking before you guys joined, talking about like why no one likes to play. Like, why doesn't anyone play Mistweaver? When people do give it a shot, it's their favorite spec. But no one will give Mistweaver a shot. But like the moment they do, they love it. You know. So I was just talking about like what could be the reason, and I think it's just. I do think it's just a class fantasy thing. Like, why would you play WoW to play a monk? Like, monk doesn't really fit this world all that much, admittedly. And I think that's, like, the big reason. But I'm on my HPAL era for sure. Bear, we've all been through those. We've all had our HPAL era. Give me a second. Ugh. I forgot to take my medicine before I went live. Sorry, guys. You gotta do what you gotta do. That is a good point, Vapor Wizard. The way that their talent tree is lined up, you really don't gain access to a lot of cool stuff until later in, which is kind of sad. It's kind of sad, but like if you look at their, I guess I can pull up their tree. Since I logged off the Mistweaver, we're sitting in a queue right now, so it looks like I'm AFK, just yapping. I am. Hey, I'm not lying. I'm just yapping. But we're waiting on a queue to pop. But let's go Midnight Talent Calc. Let's pull up the monk tree, the Mistweaver monk tree. Yeah, like you don't really gain super sexy things until pretty late into the tree. Granted, you do gain spinning crank kick at what, like level 7, I think it is. You gain spinning crank kick, which spinning crank kick goes hard. The problem is that it's just a damage spell while you're leveling. You don't gain Way of the I guess Way of the Crane. Way of the Crane, wait, you do get early. Where is this? This is about like what, level, probably like level 20, right? I guess we can. Is there a way that we can change our level to kind of like test different levels here? Huh. How do you do this? Okay, so don't you like alternate back and forth? So like let's just test very napkin mathy. So you go like level, what level do you unlock talents? I have no idea, so maybe it's not even worth it. So you can go something like, how do we get there? Okay. Yeah, you can get Way of the Crane pretty early. So once you get here, you're in business. Okay, so now this is where it gets really fun, right? Right now, though, like up until that point, you really only have like Vivify synergy. So you really, I guess, like as you're leveling, like say you're giving Mistweaver its first go. You get Enveloping Mist very early. You get Misty Coalescence, which is in that. I would actually go Thunderfolk's Tea, like at the second level. And then you get access to Life Cocoon, which is just so strong you have to work there. But then at this point, once you get to here, you can go here, and now you have like Vivify synergies to play around. That's pretty good. It tells you the required level for your build in the top right. Okay. Required level 19. Okay. Thank you so much. I've never really tinkered around with this. Okay, we got our queue to pop. So at level 27 is when you really get going. Because then you get Way of the Crane, you're blasting. You're really experiencing Monk for what it is. But yeah, Chi-Chi's later in. Not that much later. I've tried Mistweaver a lot. I struggle with when do I stop kicking and punching to actually heal. Yeah, it really just takes reps, honestly. Been a while since I managed to catch you. Stream. Time zones suck. Yes, they sure do. But it is so good to see you. Yes, no, woo. Okay, Shaman mode. Also can't see any of my allies. Put Earth Shield on us. I think I have that keybound. I need to configure my UI. What I really need to do. But yeah, I really think like it could just be that. Like maybe people make a monk and they just don't enjoy the early levels of monk. The thing is though, is like early levels of Windwalker are pretty fun because when you get spinning crank kick unlocked as a Windwalker, that's pretty dope. But like early levels of Mistweaver, you really just don't get a lot of the cool stuff early on. So maybe that is what it is.
Of course he left a message for me. I'm afraid you'll have to incapacitate the guards.
Alright, but hey, so I get asked a lot about like why don't I show what I'm casting on the screen? I do have this add-on right here called What Did I Cast, just to show you guys the spells I cast in the order that I cast them. So if you're wondering about that, it's there. The build I'm running is really a bad build, if I'm being honest. I was doing the Calamitous Delve grind for a little bit over the weekend. That's how I got this level that I've gotten. And it's not super efficient. Since Shaman doesn't have access to a tank spec, it's hard to do. Like, really, that grind is built for tanks, right? But what you could do is you could play... hold on, let me top up the squad. You could play like Earth Ellie and then just a bunch of like random talents to try to get your way through it and just live through it. Okay, apparently I grabbed aggro when I healed him. So that's what this build is I'm playing like Earth Ellie, trying to let him tank for me so I can like kill everything. And really just like the healing rain talent to try to do some AoE damage. Like, this build is kind of cooked, but it'll be plenty fine to get us through this. Yeah, I've gotten all my tank specs, all the tank healers up to max. But I love tanking so much that I still do want to come back through and level my tanks at some point. I just can't find the time. I can't even find the time to level my healers, my healer alts, you know? Also, I do want to configure this UI. As cool as it is to say that you're using your action bars as your UI, I definitely feel like... do we lust this? No, I think we lust... Oh, I guess we do. I think the correct lust would be to do the jellyfish ball. Since they split damage, you could really lust it down and nuke it.
Is not optional.
But yeah, I'm already having enough trouble finding time to like level my healer alts, which I desperately need to do at some point. I'll probably finish the other 3 healers this next week, since we're not really gonna have much to do. Try not to pull those mobs over there. They're basically all in melee. They can get those.
A crude solution, but effective.
Yeah, I have the priest, the shaman, and the evoker left to level. But yeah, maybe that is it. Maybe people like want to try Mistweaver because they hear how fun it is, and then they see that the level path is like, you don't really unlock the fun stuff until a little bit later. But how was Vlad's stream, everyone? I know Vlad is always super chill, super fun to watch, but did he enjoy his day-long stream? 13 hours is so long. 13 hours is crazy. But he is the GOAT for being able to do that. But yeah, I saw on his Discord post that he was doing something with he's doing something with gold farming. What was he doing? An actual like dedicated gold farm, or was it just passively? Was he doing like professions and just happened to be making gold? Hey, we just leveled. It's crazy leveling. It's just the most random pack. You know what? Let's take boosted Wind Rush Totem just for running through these dungeons. It was chill as always. Amazing background noise, yeah, for sure. Vlad has absolutely mastered that. Just being he's so good. Like, he's so good at just talking and stuff. Vlad is like one of the most perfect people to have in a community. Like, if there was like some kind of fantasy draft of like content creators to have in your community, Vlad would be like first pickable. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. I think so. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do a little fantasy draft. So if I got to draft, like, if I got to reconstruct WoW's creator base, but I got to pick like from other games content creators, a little late there, Tank. I definitely think Vlad would be first pick. I would do. There's a streamer from Overwatch that's really enjoyable. What's his name though? Oh man, what is his name? I think he's just like a good person to have in a community too. He's just like a fun, nice person. What is his name? But like, he would definitely be an S tier 2. Where the heck is he? This guy. Emong. Emong. He's pretty chill. This guy, if you've never seen him. He's fun. And like a nice person. I don't know. Those would be my first two that I would hope to get first pick. But yeah, Vlad is 1000% in that list. Of the WoW, I definitely think he is the best of the WoW streamers. He definitely deserves way more recognition. He was doing a delve, pulling all the humanoids and collecting cloth along with leveling from the XP. Was it the Void Delve, the one where you pull like all those big robot guys and there's like those laser tripwires? Is it that delve or was it a different one? Because that's how I was leveling some of my characters, was doing that delve. But it just got, it's a little repetitive, but I did not mind the repetition. But it got to the point where like I had done all my tanks. I kind of wish that I didn't level my tanks first, because then I could have done that efficient grind, you know, on them. But I had found that after the Void one. Okay, yeah, it's fun. I love doing those big pools and just doing. Okay, I just used my kick, and they start casting again. Yeah, honestly, we want to focus down the Void Terrors first. I'm going to cast on them. I don't even care about the bolts. I just want to kick these Void Terrors. But I will hide from the bolts. Ooh, got a BOE pair of boots. Do any of these BOEs like sell for anything at all, or are they all kind of stinkers? Damn, I woke up too early and can catch an LB stream. Awu, what is good? Awu, you're S tier 2. Hold up. We had Vlad. I was talking about like if you could take content creators from any game, like any games content creators, and do like some kind of fantasy draft to where you could reconstruct WoW and like pick other content creators and stuff, what would be your S tier picks? And I was saying that Vlad, definitely not Vlad, would be an S tier for sure. Like, but then I was saying there's an Overwatch creator who it would just be great to have in your community. But dude, Woo, you're definitely up there for sure, which is crazy. Surrounded by S tier picks. But how's it going, Woo? Woo, you're every time I open TikToks, your TikToks are the first ones to pop up. I don't open TikTok too often, but I'm always blessed by your cat. But yeah, I haven't even had time to level my healer, so I'm just trying to sneak in like a level or two today. Like, just have not had time to do it. We get a chest piece. And then also I've been blasting out guides like non-stop. And then of course they come in with like sweeping tuning and stuff. Like, it's so brutal. Cat is cute. Cat, very cute. Hey, mate, I'm going to finish my druid. 5 bars to 90. You're so close. So close, I know. Paladin. Yeah, honestly, pull it all. Like, we're going to kill it all anyways. I guess maybe don't pull it all because these Void Tears are just terrorizing us. Uh-oh. Rip Paladin. Let's see. To 90 using the add-on Follow the Arrow. I did have Follow the Arrow for a bit, and honestly, like, I did see the efficiency in it, but it kind of was just boring, if I'm being real with you. I got bored using it. Yeah, I definitely did see the appeal to Follow the Arrow. But man, I was just like, I was bored. I was bored. It felt like raiding last year, you know? Just letting the game play it for you. I log into social media once a day to post a reel fast and then check it the next day, attempting to not actually... I'm the same way. I am the same way. I logged in because I have a second channel that I made a short for, and I posted it. And that was it. So I logged in and went to swipe to my profile, but I saw your cat, and I was like, I'll watch the cat video. I don't want to ruin your analytics, so I was like, I'll watch the full thing. Plus, it's like, dude, I'll happily watch a daily Steve cat video, you know?
I know what to do.
But yeah, that's about it. I don't scroll ever. I'm the same as you, Owu.
What is that one?
The only time like I sit down and actually watch TikToks, my wife, she'll send me some throughout the day, and she'll be like, hey, do you want to watch my TikToks? I'm like, sure. And I'll watch the one she sent me, but that's kind of it. Sometimes, like, while I cook, I'll have, like, TikToks auto-scrolling, but not often. Usually I use that as time to, like, either chill, listen to music, or watch a show or something. But that's about it. I only leveled my druid and pally so far, struggling to find another class to level. Might be DK. Honestly, though, the quality of life of leveling a tank over a non-tank is just so high. It's like such a shame that like tanks are so much better to level. I wish they would look into that. Like, if they could make it to where like somehow they buff like healers and DPS while leveling, like make them tankier or something, or give like an open world buff that makes you tankier the more mobs you pull or something. Like, that'd be pretty dope. I love Midnight, but leveling is quite brutal right now. Calamitous Delve helped, but I didn't finish all 11 of my tunes. Yeah, leveling has been brutal. It's been my last thing. I have been working on videos and like guides and stuff and editing a bunch in my spare times where like leveling has kind of fallen to the wayside. But I did do some Calamitous grind over the weekend. I also did some so Calamitous wasn't open for a few hours, but the Collegiate, have you done the Collegiate one yet? It's another delve. It's the one in Silver Moon, and if you get like the Light Bloom Invasion or something like that, it's pretty quick. You just run all the way to the end, pull the whole delve, and it's like a 2-minute for 80k XP. It's not like awful, you know, but it's definitely no Calamitous. But yeah, I've done all my tank specs before I even started doing Calamitous, so it's like I kind of missed out on the Calamitous grind for the most part. But yeah, Midnight so far has been fantastic, but now that we're in the weeds of it, it's pretty slow. I got all 6 tanks plus a few healers, however, didn't finish my priest sadly, so want to have that. It's like, yeah, priest out, it's you've already missed it. We've crossed the finish line, you're out of here. I feel you there. I'm like considering just giving up on like my priest and my evoker for now. I can always come back through later and level it, but right now there's just so much to do. Especially next week when we start raiding and stuff. I'm gonna just focus my monk so much, so it's kind of like now or never, like today or never, basically. And tonight, I'm gonna work on my raid guide, so it's like it's literally now or never. Leveling's brutal AF. I really wish dungeons was much more XP. I wish like I don't know, maybe this is a cooked take, but I wish whenever they found like really strong ways of leveling, I kind of wish that they didn't like break them. You know what I mean? Hey, will the M0 stuff always be on daily lockout now? It's going to be this next week. So starting on reset for me tomorrow, for EU players the next day. Yeah, starting next week. Yeah, like Litra saying Litrophy. I'm a little stupid, so reading's hard. But dang, yeah. I need to go through and get all my tanks. I do eventually also want to get my Death Knight and my Prot Warrior done. And I do want to do some raiding. What am I saying? I do want to do some tanking this tier. Like, I kind of want to have, like, a tank ult and push up on it. I don't have a raid team, so I'm a little sus about who I'm going to get to do things with. Oh, man. So, if our time zones were different, if our time zones were more compatible, I'm sure my guild would love to have you. Someone already asked me. They were like, "Hey, I saw you on the podcast with Awu. Like, does he need a guild?" And then he ended up messaging me. He was like, "Oh, we found another tank." And I was like, "Okay, but God, that would be so sick. That would be so sick." Just M0 Phil 246 mostly for me, but I should be coming back tomorrow. It took like a week or more off of stream. Was it just to get a break before the season hits, or what was the break? I know for me, like I've been hitting the video grind so hard. Just I don't know if you've paid attention to my channel, but like it's been like daily guides basically for different healers, different dungeons and stuff. So it's been like I needed this past weekend. I took the weekend off basically. I needed it. Next week also kind of a break. Yeah, true. Hey, honestly, once I get this guide out, this is kind of like the last big thing on my list. I know I've like pushed. I know I've been awful. Awu, but we need to get together at some point soon. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but really it's just that I've had like such a long list of like must do's, and like I'm very strict about my timings about getting things out, you know. So it's just been like trying to get that list out of the way so that I can do these like other things on the list, you know. But yeah, I still have my list of little tips and stuff that we were going to go over. Just hit you up. Once again, I am so sorry. I know it seems like I'm the worst, but to work with or whatever, but it's just that I've been doing something every single day. I have not had a break. Just full dungeon guides for me plus Patreon stuff. I definitely need to start adding more to my Patreon. I really like how you phrased it. I don't know if I had chatted in your stream, but every now and then I'll pull up your stream and just like lurk a bit. But one day, maybe it was the day that I was chatting, but you were just how you like approach your Patreon. I really like, you know. But yeah, I definitely need to put more on that. The thing is like I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't know how much I like just the thought of having a Patreon. I don't know. But I do have some big coaching sessions coming up. I have a big coaching session that we're waiting. We're waiting until the season starts, really. But that's going to be a lot of time going towards a coaching, which I'm excited for. I love coaching. Coaching is my favorite thing to do. Like, and I think since I love doing it so much and I'm so passionate, and it's kind of, that is my background. So before I was doing YouTube, I was a swim teacher, and oh my gosh, what is this? Is this an event? I'm new to this game. What's happening? Oh, is this for the... This is for the...
Here, champion. Help me align the spell. It will anchor us back to Magister's
Is this for the campaign?
disaster.
Uh-oh. We can talk about it later. I've been collabing with cool peoples now and getting to learn different strategy. I think it's so cool to like expand how much you understand the game by learning other specs. That is one thing that I would love to do is like, it'd be fun to like sit down and learn what a DPS player is thinking at any given moment in a dungeon. You know what I mean? Because as a healer, I know when I pop my cooldowns, but I've noticed that like I pop my cooldowns at the same time that a lot of DPS players pop their defensives. And it makes you think like, I do think optimally I should be popping my cooldowns here and they should save their defenses for this other mechanic, the second mechanic, you know? But it kind of makes you think like, what if, you know, we swap that. So check your last 7 bids. Let's peep the channel. Let's see. Honestly, hey, when I type Awu, you come up a lot higher. Hey, you got Sean there. I still feel bad. When we did the, when we were playing that one key that one night, I was playing Holy Priest, which already, my Holy Priest was cooked. Okay, I was trying a cooked build. It was just bad, right? But we were playing and Shaw was in the Archie, and I gripped him. I gripped him at some point, and I think he got mad. I don't know. I hope he doesn't think I'm a douche. I don't know. But hey, you had Artemir on. I love Artemir. When Artemir first started, I reached out to him on Instagram. I was like, dude, keep it up. You are awesome. Such a good person in the community. And I'm glad to see they're getting more recognition. Hey, you had Cybear on too. Sick. See, Arson, I know you play with Arson a lot. I've never met Arson, but I think they're really cool. I would love to get to know Arson more. And then you had Melee on. So Melee was in my guild. Melee is on the push team with Shamrocked, and Melee was raiding with us for a tier or two. Melee's super chill. He didn't really talk much, so it's cool to see him making guides and stuff, making videos and stuff. Yeah, he's a cool one to have. But also, like, if you ever wanted to talk to Shamrocked, if you wanted more Resto Shaman theory, I'm sure he'd be down too. But yeah, super cool, super cool. Want to do some dungeons with your rogue? Sure. Hit me up. Shoot me a message. This is my character's name. LB Ninja with 2 eyes. And, oh, we're in a dungeon. Okay, so starting next one. Max, starting next one. But that is huge. Big stuff. So, Awu, do you plan to do anything with the Race to World first? Like, are you going to do any kind of coverage or something? What are your plans? Because that would be, like, a fun thing. I've always dreamed of, like, starting a secondary, like, caster, doing like, something where you get, like, a few friends together and you just cast the Race World first. But that would be, like, an all-day long thing and stuff. I don't know. That'd be way too much, but that would be fun. Or at least the final boss. Like, once they get to the final boss, like, start, like, a second, like, a little stream or something. That would be super cool. The thing is, like, it's so hard to know what to do with the Race World first, because most people, if they want, what I've learned in the past few years is if they want to watch the Race World first, they're gonna watch it. You know what I mean? So if you make these, like, secondary things, like videos about the race or something, people aren't really as interested in that as they are in just simply watching the race and then, like, tuning out of it, you know? Between him and Rain for Shaman Talk. Yeah, Rain seems really chill, too. Rain would be a cool person. But yeah, Shamrock, I can confirm he's very cool, very interesting to talk to. And I could harass him about being in a video if you ever want me to. Yeah, I don't know. The race is, like, really hard to make stuff for, just for that reason. Like, people are, if you're gonna watch something about the race, it's gonna be the race itself. But it would be so fun to find different ways to make content on that. Like, that would be super fun. I've always loved, like, it'd be so cool to cast the Race World first. Like, that's the dream. The dream. So it'd be fun to kind of, like, make a little mock cast where we, you know, did something. Melee said the same thing. Honestly, I mean, he's cool. He's cool. He's good at talking, too. So he'd be cool. Once again, I think Rain is also a great option if you ever wanted to talk to. But But yeah, but Melee's cool. Melee's cool. I want to go back and watch your Melee thing. I did watch. I've never played Ret Paladin, and I never intend to even swap specs to Ret Paladin. But I did randomly one night watch Melee's entire Ret Paladin guide just because I saw it was Melee. I was like, oh, I didn't know Melee made videos and stuff. So I did that to support the homie, but I sat there and watched an entire Ret Paladin guide. Had no clue what anything he was talking about was, but it seemed everyone in the comments loved his guide, so I was like, dude, hell yeah, pop off, Melee. That is super cool. It's also so cool because like he joined our raid and we just knew he was one of Shamrock's friends, and then we I saw that they were pushing together, but now he's like a big name. Like people like go to his stuff. Like that's just so cool. Like good for him. I don't have a target. LB, I sent you an add-on on Discord. It's the worstest. Okay, I'll definitely take a look at it. The worst add-ons are the best add-ons. Honestly, like, do you remember those old weak auras that were like every time you spinning crane kick, your whole camera would spin? That was horrible. That was the worst, but I loved it. I loved that it existed. I hated to use it. Bro, he's the #1 Ret Paladin in the world. Oh, I know. Yeah, now. And also, like, as someone who has never paid attention to the Ret Paladin leaderboards, you know what I mean? But it's just so cool to see someone that, like, I rated with, like, popping off. You know what I mean? But he's really chill. Really liked Melee. You should totally LOL. Try it and go, but why? I'll peep at it. Sling Panda. Did you make it? Or is it something that someone else made and you just found it? So I feel like you could cook up some pretty nonsensical add-ons if you wanted to. That is funny though, Owu. Dude, he's literally rank 1 in the world. What are you talking about? You know what I meant. I made it. It's not on CurseForge. Oh god. So it's still in your files. It's uh-oh. What am I about to install? Do I trust? I do trust you enough, but oh man, we're about to import this for my eyes only add-on to just see the nonsense. Is it one of those where like a dancing squirrel pops up on your screen when you pop lust or something? Like, what is this? I'll have to peep it after this dungeon though. It will never be on CurseForge. I mostly wanted to try it, see if it would work in theory. I'll rest now. Message on Discord for sure. Awu. Enjoy your day. Appreciate you stopping in. Good morning. I know it's early over there, probably. I don't know the time zones, but I know it's a weird time for you. But hey, I appreciate you stopping in. Do a 360 because you got to. You have to. Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for the season of dungeons. I think this dungeon pool is going to be super fun. At least to heal. Triple. Oh, baby, a triple.
A good Korite always had his tools. My power output is peaking.
Oh, it doesn't even knock back on this difficulty. Yikes.
This is but another prototype.
Now, I've noticed so many people just don't know. Okay, he does know. He ran in there. But, like, whenever you do this dungeon on, like, leveling, like, so many people just don't know the beam mechanic.
Don't forget to send the conduits.
The condiments? Oh, conduits. Okay. Ain't you supposed to be a lurking panda? That's right. Yeah, call him out, Fluffs. Aren't you supposed to be an evoker? Get Monk out of your name. No. We just all have this, like, triangle beef. How's your day going, Fluffs? What's on the Fluff Monk docket for today? Nah, it's pretty safe. You should enable it just before the next dungeon if you're going to do another. Okay. For sure. I sort of am still. I'm starting a new dungeon now. What are you leveling? Are you leveling or are you like doing M0s? What's Ceiling Panda doing too? It's fake beef, so is it vegan then? To be fair, most of my meals are vegan. Just because my wife is vegan. So kind of, I guess. Need M0 runs. Yeah, I didn't even do all my M0s on my monk this week. I just did the ones that could give me a piece upgrade. And then called it a day. Or I guess called it a week. Getting phone notifications. I kind of should check those. Just make sure everything's okay. Yeah, okay. They're not texts. Because like if my wife were texting, I'd want to check and be aware. I always try not to like check my phone ever while streaming. It's like a big thing that I have started from the beginning. But, you know, I rarely ever get phone notifications, so if I am getting one, odds are it's important, you know? So I do tend to check because of that reason. I feel like there's nothing wrong with checking. But also my phone case, I should say, is falling apart. It's like this plastic case, but there's this rubber seal around the edge. The seal has completely come off. Like my phone like slides within it. It's just a nuisance at this point. So I keep telling my wife, I'm like, I need a new phone case, and she's like, you need a new phone. Like your phone is like years old. My phone is only like 3. That's not true. It's a Galaxy S23. So whatever year that came out is how old my phone is, and it still works fine. But she claims it doesn't. She's like, she's actually right. Okay, my phone doesn't get as many texts as it should, to be honest. Like sometimes texts to me just get lost in the void. I have no idea where they go. But you know, it's funny because my case is breaking. But she does have a point when she says I need a new phone in general. Does the phone still work fine? That's how I am, Dr. Taco. Yes. The phone, I can still make outgoing calls, and I can still send outgoing texts. But it's kind of the incoming. I don't know where the texts go that come to me. Most of them get to me, right? But sometimes, like, my mom will be like, hey, did you get my text about this? I'm like, no. And then my wife just, like, face palms, you know? She's like, you need a new phone. So, like, that is kind of the one thing that I don't know what's going on. But other than that, the phone works great, right? Like, I can still play Pokemon Go on it, you know. I can still watch TikToks. I can still post TikToks. And the thing is, like, I think part of the reason why I am getting more attached to my phone and, like, I don't really want to get a new one is because I did get this phone back before I started YouTube and back when I actually had, like, a real job with real money, right? And so this was like my first real purchase. Like I fully paid for and paid off my phone fully, all at once. Like it was my first like one-shot purchase. And so like to me, it's kind of like a sentimental thing where I'm like, I don't know, that's like, I can't really do that now. I can't really buy a phone. Like that's just not in the cards right now, you know? But at that point I could, you know? So it is one of those things too, But yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool to say, like, I fully purchased a phone, you know. A little harder to be like, yeah, I'll buy a new phone when they're $1,400. That's a big point, too, yeah. This one, I think, was like $800 at the time. But, yeah, like I said, I had a full-time job. Like, I was, like, an employee before I, you know, started doing Twitch and YouTube and stuff. So I was able to do that. But, yeah, I just can't. I'm still rocking a Samsung S8 from 2K17. The thing is, I had an S9 before, and that S9 was sketchy. so, dude, black sauce noodles, that's crazy. I'm sorry, no offense, but if anyone tells you that you need a new phone, just know that I'm on their side. Dude, you still have an S8. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna like Google what that phone looks like, and it's a freaking brick's gonna come up. That's insanity. Still going strong. Hey, if it works, it works. But dude, that's crazy. You know, the amount of times this past year where someone's been like, "Oh yeah, 2016. That's 10 years ago," and I'm like, "Wow, that's 10 years ago." Just thinking about that with your phone is it's funny. I don't know, dude. 2K17, more power to you, but man, even I would get annoyed to the point where I'm like, I don't know, I need something. I'd at least hit up Facebook Marketplace at that point, you know? "2K17 is crazy." No, it's not. Stop lying. I know. Yeah, you're kidding yourself. We're the angel on your ear, or angel on your shoulder. Yeah, it was top quality phone. Yeah, no, yeah. I agree. I had a similar phone to that back then. But man, that's I like around that time I did have the S9. So I feel you there. It was a good phone. Yeah, like my phone does everything fine. It's not like it hasn't slowed down at all. It like randomly just literally doesn't accept incoming text sometimes. It's like it gets in moods where like it's like, no, not today. No. It might be a setting too, which is even more of a reason. Like I'm telling myself that to cope, so I don't have to get a new phone. I wonder with the buff to Chain Heal, if Totemic will be closer to Farseer. Yeah, I definitely think so. Chain Heal and Healing Rain. Remember, it's both of those. And both of those are the core spells to Totemic. So yeah, Farseer might play Healing Rain again. It was already close. Like, you could make an argument that Farseer should have been playing Healing Rain before. It was definitely a discussion, but now like I definitely think Farseer will probably play Healing Rain, especially in some dungeons where you're going to be stacked more, where you're going to have more AoE rot healing and stuff. I definitely think Healing Rain's going to be more in the discussion, but yeah, I wonder if Totemic's going to be the play now, you know, for sure. I've thought that exact same thing. They should, yeah, I would expect them to. The thing is, like, both of those spells were doing good healing. They just cost so much, or Chain Heal costs so much mana, you know? And, like, Healing Rain, you need, like, optimal situations. Like, you need everyone to be stacked for it to get its full value. Like, right now, Healing Rain's great. It's doing great healing right now, you know? But you can't always guarantee that value. And then you're just, like, kind of wasting a global. If only, like, 2 people are in it, it's like definitely not worth pressing, right? But if 3 are in, and I think 3 is like the cutoff. If you can guarantee everyone's, or at least 3 people's in every healing rain, I think that's when it becomes worth it or something. I'm sure, I know someone's done like a deep analysis of this and come to that conclusion, but I think it was 3 that they landed on. That boss is so cool. We didn't even have Lust for it. Lust is just now coming up. If I'm going to be casting Healing Rain, I'll just play Totemic, I think. I don't know. Like, something about casting Healing Rain, I actually don't mind it. It does feel really bad, like, when you hard cast it, especially now that it's, like, a longer cooldown. When you hard cast it and then the whole party moves out of it, like, you thought your party was going to plant here, but they were planning to plant there, you know? That does feel pretty punishing. For sure. But, I don't know. It's one of those spells. To me, I'm very biased. I've mentioned this a lot of times. I don't know why, but Healing Rain and Chain Heal are 2 of, if not my 2, number 1 and number 2, like, favorite healing spells. Like, they're my favorite spells in this game. I don't know why. They just, it's one of those things where it just scratches an itch in my brain, you know, that no other spell does. So I actually don't mind hard casting Healing Rain. I don't mind playing Farseer when I play Healing Rain. But I do agree. I obviously I would prefer if it were instant and I could just Surging Totem it down, right? But I do like Ancestral Swiftnessing it, so it's kind of the same, right? Like here we're gonna Ancestral Swiftness it. But like I shouldn't be using Healing Rain right now in this dungeon. You obviously want to wait till next week, but I was using it. It's part of my build because I was doing this like weird farm where I just wanted more AoE damage, so I swapped to Healing Rain for it. Yeah, I do plan on going back through the 1-minute guides that I've made so far and like doing a pinned comment. Even my Mistweaver guide, I definitely want to make a pinned comment about the changes, at least noting that the changes have happened tonight. And then I kind of want to like do like a brief explanation of how it's going to change things from the guide, you know? And I might even make like a guide part 2, like a little 5-minute explanation of like, hey, if you watch my guide, here's what changes from that guide kind of thing. I'm debating on how I want to go about this, you know what I mean? But it does suck, you know, I've tested things for months. I've literally spent months testing things. And then in an instant, last second, they change a bunch of stuff. And it's like, I used these past 2 weeks of kind of like nothing time. A lot of people have used these past 2 weeks to make guides. Like this has been the guide week because this is like the only time that us content creators really have to do that, right? And then for everything to kind of like change all of a sudden this week is really is frustrating, but I don't know. I'm not the kind to like dwell on that. I'd rather think of like how can I go about correcting it, you know what I mean? But like someone commented on one of the guides like, hey, everything that you said is like different from Wowhead. It's like, yeah, because Wowhead has already updated from the changes, you know what I mean? Like obviously, like think they just announced these changes. Of course I couldn't predict you know what I mean? It's annoying, but I don't know, it's whatever. Yeah, but is Healing Rain really going to be worth taking? So the thing is, like, Healing Rain, like I said, Healing Rain, people on beta were playing it, like, in top-end keys. I think the highest key, the big push group, that Bresso Shaman was playing it. So you could play it. It got really good value if you could guarantee everyone's stacking it. So I definitely think, like, it was one of those spells where it's better in push groups where you could tell, like, hey, everyone's standing my Healing Rain kind of thing. It was better in those groups than it is in pugs. Unless you're like, you have a macro that screams like, stand in Healing Rain, you know what I mean? One of those situations. But I do think it was already like, numerically, one of those, it and Chain Heal were numerically like worth pressing. Chain Heal was just hard to justify the mana. The gain that, like in big AoE healing situations, the difference in healing from Chain Heal to a Healing Wave couldn't be justified by the mana you're spending for that Chain Heal, you know what I mean? And then Healing Rain was just one of those things where like you needed optimal scenarios to be able to cast it, and you don't really ever take spells like that where it's like a minor situational gain if you get the optimal scenario, you know what I mean? Is Healing Rain worthy in Raid? I would definitely think so. In Raid you can almost guarantee you're getting full value. As long as you're not doing a bunch of movement on a fight, you know. You can almost guarantee it. But I'm curious. I'm curious to see if Totemic can make a splash. Especially in Raid. Like, I want to see if Totemic can be the raiding spec. Or the raiding talent tree of choice. That would be very interesting. Especially because I think Totemic also really likes tidal waves. More than Farseer likes it. Like, Farseer would rather have, what was it before? Whispering Waves? And I think Totemic would rather have tidal waves. So you can buff your chain heals and stuff. Like, just a little bit better. Yo, Bartholomew, thank you for the follow. I never really catch Twitch follows, but when I do, I'm going to shout you out. Thank you so much for the follow. The support really helps. It all adds up. Thank you, guys. And with a Prime sub. Oh, my goodness. Bartholomew. First off, the name is fun to say. Bartholomew, that's a top-tier name. But also, I appreciate the Bezos bucks. Jeff Bezos doesn't need the Prime bucks. So if you have a Twitch Prime sub that you're sitting on, throw it to any streamer. Honestly, any streamer is better than Jeff Bezos. But hey, I am very appreciative. Thank you, Bartholomew. Let's queue for that dungeon. Okay, Mac. Yeah, get in my group. So I think this character's on Mal'Ganis. Oh, no, wait. I did remake my shaman. How do I see what realm I'm in? How do I see what realm I'm in? Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. I know there's a way. Right? Surely. Wait, I could take the title a noob. That's perfect. Is Chiji Ray viable? So we're going to have to get in a test. Like, they did just buff a bunch of things. Like, Jade Fire Teachings being buffed could kind of lead that way. But really, if you're going off the beta testing, Chiji was... The only time Chiji was, like, good was when Way of the Crane was bugged. And, like, just doing more healing and stuff. You log out? Okay. Oh, man, this is tragic. That is tragic. But I personally, I still believe that Yu'lon's going to be the play. But once we get in and test the changes tomorrow, that's when we're... And when Raid opens up is when we're really going to see. So let's see. This is a... Okay, Zul'jin. There we go. Shaman on Zul'jin. A Bartholomew and a Bear Thulu. That's right. We got the whole squad here. I just started healing. But I feel like I am just watching health bars 99% of the time. Is this how it should be? No, I mean, eventually, especially 99% of the time, about like 80% of the time, you'll get to a point where you're watching your gameplay and you're using your peripheral to kind of like monitor health bars. And then in those big moments where like big damage moments come up, that's when you kind of start to watch it. Like if I know the boss is about to do a big amping damage pulse or something, that's when I sit there and stare at health bars. But for the most part, like I'm watching like my rotation, I'm watching the boss, I'm watching my feet. Like that's how you ideally want to be spending time. Seraphim says, "You're not dumb, you're really smart." I appreciate you, Seraphim. I appreciate that. Very kind words. Okay, so Zul'jin, LB Ninja with 2 eyes. Hit me up, Mac. Hit me up. Also, I did tell Ceiling Panda. Ceiling Panda sent me an add-on that they made that is... Oh, God. Ceiling Panda, I just read the title of this add-on. How do I get it again? How do I get this into my add-ons? Yo, what's up, nerdies? Good to see you. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Mondays are vibe days. It says potentially dangerous download. There we go. Your rogue, get in here. So, okay, I just downloaded your add-on, Ceiling Panda. Drop it here and unzip it. Okay. It's going to be so cooked. What? Okay. All I had to do was read the title of this freaking add-on, and I'm already so like, what the heck? Why is this a thing? Okay. Retail. Wait, I don't see World of Warcraft in here. Uh-oh. Okay, let me try my other folder. There we go. Retail. Interface. Add-ons. Okay. This is just ridiculous. Now let's unzip. MacFook, I promise we'll get into a key in just a second. We are doing the nonsense. Oh boy. What am I getting myself into with this? Okay. All right. So now let me log out. We're going to try out this add-on that Ceiling Panda made that is going to be just ridiculous. Ridiculous is the only word to describe it. Yeah, LB with the new Shayloon's gift, is it low-key spammable heal with single target Shayloons? Can we in 30 seconds now? I mean, honestly, that would be a funny video to see how fast can we go I mean, yeah, probably, I would imagine. I personally don't like the Shayloon's change, if I'm being totally real. You can just enable it and reload. My brain doesn't work like that, Stealing Panda. Okay, let's see. Do we have it active? Already, I feel like this is different, but I don't know. Add-ons. I don't want to give it away. Is it only going to proc in combat? Alright, let's get into a queue. It's more like a dinosaur, but a... someone on Reddit was saying Mistweaver monks might have mana issues, but I haven't run into that problem yet. Maybe at high keys. It's more so in raid. We have big mana issues in raid. I don't know if... Oh, you're telling me to jump later. So while we're in the key, jump? Wait, can I jump now? Can I do it now? Can I test it now? But in raid, we'll have mana issues. If these things stay as they are now... Could potentially in Mythic Plus, probably. I'm not sure. Brother Bear, hit me with your mom. Yes, but don't. Wait, you're telling me not... Oh, I could do it. I could test the add-on now by... Okay, your mom has... What does it mean? What does it mean? Your mom has big mana issues. That's crazy. There's like 3 different ways that could be like taken, and they're all insults. So honestly, that's a good use of your mom. That's why that's a thing. No, the group's been disbanded. No. No. Uh-oh. MacFook. Subro getting buffed on Tuesday. Yay. A lot for single target, a little bit for AoEs. MacFook, did it kick me from the group? It never put me in a dungeon. It said one or more people got... Did I just give you Deserter? No. Oh, no. Oh, God. The tank was literally pulling 2 mobs at a time. He said, because we have a disc priest, I can't pull more than 2 mobs at a time. Yikes. Oh, my God. That's the downside to tier lists. You know that tank watched a tier list, saw that disc priests are at the bottom of the tier lists, and he has put way too much stock into that. He's literally doing a heroic dungeon. Not even a heroic. He's doing a random normal dungeon and saying that he can't pull more than 2 mobs at a time because they have a disc priest. That is brain rot to the nth degree. That's so bad. Honestly, I never leave groups, but I would definitely consider it there. That's bad. In a normal dungeon, that's crazy. Yeah, he absolutely watched someone's tier list. Not being funny, massive cook here. Just make Manatee give 100% more mana in raid absolute cinema. The thing is like, they can buff the mana return all they want to, but I really think they need to put more back into the mana reduction. That would be what I do. That's what I would change. More mana reduction. I would redeem your mom in solidarity with Brother Bear, but I'm saving up for an IRL voice band. Damn, that's still a thing? Oh, God. How much is that? 75k is not a lot. Honestly, I've made the VOD review thing. No one's redeemed a VOD review. Well, to be fair, we haven't gotten into Mythic Plus yet. But once we get into Mythic Plus, guys, save up your channel points. I want to do more VOD reviews. I would love to do some VOD review videos. Coaching is my favorite part about WoW, but the only way that I can like reasonably coach people is through like Patreon and stuff, right? It has to be like WoW. Okay, it can be like any healing. I mean, you can redeem it for whatever, I guess, but healing would be what I would probably do. A healing a Mythic Plus key. If you're struggling to heal a Mythic Plus key, or if you just want to flex, like say you're like a top 3, I don't know, freaking Holy Paladin, and you just want to flex, go crazy. Review your Final Fantasy raid. That would be funny. That'd be a fun video, but I feel like no one would watch it. But LB, that would introduce skill into Mistweaver's kit. I know, right? God forbid. God forbid. But thing is, like, dude, Mistweaver's such a skill-driven spec. Like, they can't change that, right? Someone submit an Osu vid quick. I don't know who Osu is, but let's do it. Can we gamble our points asking for a degenerate friend? I get the feeling you're asking for yourself. I don't know why, but I don't know. I've thought of ways that you could do like some, you know, do you want to bet? I kind of want to do a thing where like you bet on how a key's gonna go. Since when the season comes out, I'm gonna be pushing a lot of keys. You know, bet like channel points on. Oh, that game. Yeah, the Osu game is crazy. I've seen some pros play that. It's disgusting. Coach you on Windwalker? I mean, I could try. I could try. I'm going to put my face over one of your VODs and see you compliment yourself. What was it? The thing is, I would recognize my transmog like probably almost immediately, and my UI. My UI would give it away way too early. But there's some pro that they did that to. I forget. Maybe it was like a chess player or something. I know they do that. People do that all the time and stuff. Do we know how the spinning crankcake change will behave yet? No. I've been trying to get to the PTR, but it just hasn't been open. Have people been getting into the PTR? Have they just been doing the 12.1.5 one maybe? Because the 0.1 one hasn't been up for me. But maybe they've been doing the 0.5 one. But it just, I have not been able to get into the PTR at all. Windwalker's simple. Fist of Fury on cooldown. Never use Spinning Crankcake unless it's a free proc or you have max chi. There you go. And then do you still alternate for your mastery? Like, don't use the same spell twice. Blackout Kick takes a second off your Rising Sun Kick and Fist of Fury cooldown. You also Fist of Fury, then Rising Sun Kick, then Whirling Dragon Punch. Like, I know the gist. Thing is, I haven't paid attention to Windwalker in many seasons, so I don't know I would not want to do that. Okay, so we have the PTR open for 0.5. I wonder if this is where people are testing the 0.1 changes. Maybe this is it. Oh god, we still have level 80. See, I never played Windwalker when they played Zenith. The times that I played Windwalker, Zenith was kind of a meme. Uh-oh. Wait, why is it not letting me? Are you sure you want to copy your live account data to this test account? Yes. It's not. It's not copying. We can tinker with that later. We are in a dungeon. But yeah, I never played Zenith. I feel like Zenith, is that the talent that shared a choice node with, like it's, no, maybe I'm thinking it's like, it was Serenity or something. But I think it shared a choice node with like that Wind, Earth, and Fire thing. I'm seeing a lot of streamers rank Brewmaster as S tier, TBH, Brewmaster, and Restorators. Yeah, 100%. And I think not only, like, I think Druid, even though they got nerfed, I think they're still going to stay at the top of the meta. One, because I still think they're a 6% nerf isn't enough. Plus the mastery changes, all that stacked on top of each other. I don't think that's enough to knock them off the top, personally. But then pair that with, I do think a lot of push groups are going to opt for a Brewmaster as well. And yeah, that is a sick combo. That also opens up a world where you could play many comps, like especially all the physical comps. It also depends on what good DPS specs there's going to be. But even so, like if it's like Unholy Death Knight, like Fire Mage, or like random specs, even though it's not like the most optimal comp from like a buff standpoint, like it's just a sick comp. Like it'll still be fine. Yeah, I've also heard Windwalker, people are putting it toward like the middle. Oh my god, I jumped. Oh my god, I jumped Ceiling Panda. What is this nonsense that you gave me? So, Ceiling Panda made an add-on. Wait, but this add-on might actually be the best add-on I've ever seen. Because I have ADHD, I'm like, This might keep me entertained, especially on like a Resto Druid or something. Okay, let's do our buffs.
We need to act fast.
So we can jump, and it starts a game of what? Subway Surfers? Oh, why did you make this, Ceiling Panda? I have to ask. Is it just jumping, or is there like squatting? Oh, I guess not jumping. Can we win Subway Surfers while healing? Okay, so don't jump. Don't jump. Jump. I wonder if we can keep this Subway Surfers game going the whole dungeon. It's great. You were asking where do my eyes stay while I heal? I'll be honest, I haven't looked at my health bars yet. I'm just watching Subway Surfers. Dude, this is great. This is like how those TikTok things, like the brain rot TikToks, play like Subway Surfers in the background or play like Minecraft jump puzzles in the background. Is it getting faster? Hold on. If it's getting faster, we might die. But this is great. Like, I am fully paying attention to Subway Surfers. Oh god, I don't have enough instant cast heals to... To be fair, we do have Spirit Walker's Grace. If it comes down to it, I can Spirit Walker's Grace. We also have our Healing Stream Totem. Yeah, this pool was crazy. I don't know about this pool. Tank dead. I could have Spirit Linked, but I feel like he would have died either way. This pool is a lot of damage. To be fair, he didn't die because I'm playing Subway Surfers. He even said, oops. Yeah, I don't know if he knew how much this pool does. What happens when I die? Can I still keep playing Subway Surfers? Let's just not die. Oh, no, I died. Oh, no. Subway Surfers. It's not getting faster. Okay. My brain is just getting slower. No, the tank left? Tank, come on now. Yeah, this pool nukes your tank. I don't know if it's the captains, the guards, or the mages. Something here just destroys your tank. So you can't pull like a lot of it on top of each other. And yeah, they just die. Like, tanks die there. My brain can't handle the extra effort. Oh, man. Bro, have you not seen Prop Pally's? Yeah, Prop Pally's AoE damage is insane. For sure. I don't disagree. Prop Pally is the broken tank when it comes to damage.
We need to act fast.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, this will get me killed. I gotta try it. Set it on my Discord. It's not getting faster. If they die, they die. You can't lose the Subway Surfer. That's what I'm saying. Subway Surfer comes first. Easily.
We need to act fast.
I've noticed so many tanks try to pull half a dungeon in one go, not realizing you can't do it. Yeah, honestly, it's not even like pulling a lot. It's just pulling this first pool. Like, it's a lot. Like, this first little room down here has a lot of damage. And it's a lot of tank damage, too. It's not just AoE. But those Toxic Blades, little channels, those are a lot of AoE damage. Yeah, honestly, team, if y'all die, it's on you. I'm playing Subway Surfers. It's like, even this, I probably wouldn't have pulled this much altogether myself. No, that's BS. I also need a buff. Okay, no more Subway Surfers for a bit. Let me heal this. Okay, tank dead. Yeah, once again, I mean, it's a lot of damage. Like, all right, let's Earth Ellie. Uh-oh. Ceiling Panda. Your add-on is spamming in my chat. Oh, is that the leaderboard? Wait. I don't think it's a leaderboard. I think it's just spamming LB Ninja _1 in my chat. I don't know why. I think it was when I died. Also, I know I was healing very suboptimally because I was 100% focused on Subway Surfer. Sorry, team. Sorry, team. We need to rebuff. Now it's spamming LB Ninja 0. just to give you some QA, some feedback. It's the 2 bribed captains. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Those captains make AoE damage 50% less. Interesting. I just tested your open world build and it's crazy. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Can clear like 10 mobs. My Devour Demon Hunter can't even do that with cooldowns. That's what I'm saying, dude. So I made a short. Basically, I was just explaining the build. Like, day 1 of when the tier opened up or whatever. I was just explaining the build, like, hey, Mistweaver has this build, like, it can do this, and it's really strong, it does a lot of damage for a healer. Someone commented on I think it's the dumbest comment I think I've ever gotten on a video. Clearly, it was a DPS player that found my short. And they said something like, you can do this every 30 seconds. Do you mean, like, how a 30-second DPS spec can, like, Beast Mastery or some other DPS spec can do something every 30 seconds? How is this strong? I was like, dude, I'm literally a healer. Why are you comparing it to... Like, yes, it is strong. I can do 250 or 125 DPS, 125k DPS every 30 seconds as a healer. That is strong. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. If I have to explain that to you, I don't know where we went wrong. But they left that comment, like... I was like, yeah, that's strong. Oh my goodness, tank. Are you sure it's not these guards? These guards. He died through Spirit Link. I didn't think that was possible, if I'm being honest. That's crazy. Those guys hurt. And literally every single global went into healing my tank there. It's to the point where, like, we might even lose. Yeah, we're going to lose the Death Knight because... I am just healing the tank. And he still died. Oh, you know how earlier we were talking about how, like, our fingers still go to press a button that's not there anymore? Like how you go to press your kick on a Mistweaver and it's not there. How you go to press, like, Crusader Strike on a Holy Paladin and it's not there. For me, it's Thunderstorm on the Shaman. The amount of times that I press my old Thunderstorm keybind is insane. Like... I go to press that button so many times. Yeah, we have all the snitches. It's boss time. Not the prettiest group so far, but I feel like those are the hardest pools in this little dungeon. Okay, let me get my Subway Surfer started. I've never been this focused. I need to remember to uninstall this add-on, because if I get into combat and I actually have it, like, maybe on, like, raid night or something, I will focus too much on it. I will die to play Subway Surfers. Oh, I'm supposed to lust. Who? Too early. No, we died. No. That's okay. I get to focus on the dungeon now. I think this boss is a good time. Wait, that counted? Or did it just start a new game? I think it started a new game. Ah, I can't focus and play WoW and Subway Surfers at the same time, but honestly, I kind of can for some time, and then I just get too distracted. I say distracted when really it's the thing I should be focusing on, which is the WoW game, and not the Subway Surfers. But yeah, this definitely needed to be made, Ceiling Panda. I don't know how to explain it, but this needed to be made. Alright, let's play. Let's get going. What's up, big stupid bear? So one of my viewers made an add-on. Nope. Add-on, which is just, it starts a little Subway Surfers game when you jump. And every time you jump in the game. And it's kind of fun to see if you can maintain it while actually playing. But this is the ultimate, like, ADHD thing. Alright, guys. I gotta clock in. I'm playing Subway Surfers and about to start my shift. I wonder if these other people are wondering, like, why does he keep jumping? Why does he keep canceling his heal casts to jump? Like, what's going on? Also, what job do I have? I have the entertain job. Oh god. Oh god. Can I do all of this at once? Can I entertain while playing Subway Surfer? Oh my god. This is like... This is hard. This is so hard. What the heck? Ah! Oh my god, this is so difficult. It's like really testing my peripheral vision though. Like, can I see where it's going next? Oh god. Oh, I jumped too early. No, we're good. We're good. We're still in. Okay, we get a break. Oh, I've completed the entire shift while playing Subway Surfers. Oh my goodness. I feel like that's got to be the hardest one to do, too. The entertaining one. I don't know. Maybe delivering steak and cheese would be harder, too. Oh, God. Oh, okay. No, I jumped too early. This is too much fun. Honestly, you cooked, Ceiling Panda. You absolutely cooked. I would go public with this, too, if you can. I'm not gonna lie, that was hella impressive. It was hard. I feel like I haven't used my brain this much since I took the ACT. Oh my god, this is crazy. Ooh. I feel like, you know, okay, I don't know if any of you guys know this, but when you get a dog, when you get a pet, I don't know if it's true for every pet, but a puppy, and a lot of people always complain, like, my dog has so much energy, I take him on walks, and he still just has infinite energy. But the trick is... walking a pet, like walking a dog, does not tire them out. They have infinite physical energy. The real way to tucker out your puppy is to make them think. So give them like little brain puzzles. Rearrange your chairs to where they have to walk through the puzzle and figure out how to get through. Like, give them brain puzzles. Put a treat somewhere, make them have to find it. Like that kind of thing, right? So that's how you make your puppies tired. I feel like I'm the same way, okay? I am, like, exhausted. My brain, I just used it more than I think I've ever used it. And it's to do a little dance and play Subway Surfers at the same time. But this just goes to show how rotted my brain is. This is... It's okay. We get back up on that horse. We don't let it defeat me. Can I do the boss's mechanics while playing, too? Good thing is, I am playing Resto Shaman. I need to lean more into my healing totems. So I can passively heal more. Okay. I wonder if jumping puts me in his eyesight again. No, it does not. At least I don't think. I also need to use Healing Rain. Oh, that's too long of a cast. Use Healing Rain. So it'll sit there and like give me persistent value. I am so focused. Dude, this is harder than Mythic Rating. This is, you cooked. You turbo cooked with this. Honestly, this is good practice for Mythic Rating. You're having to focus on so much. Okay, we haven't gotten a jump in a couple. Oh. This is so much fun. I haven't had this much fun playing WoW in a hot minute. I'm not gonna lie. I bet this would be more fun on the Druid because you just passively hot heal more. Can I navigate the dungeon? Oh, God. Okay. Oh, I jumped too late. No. Oh, God, this is so much fun, though. Oh, God, the pinnacle of stimming. I know, right? I am like, literally my eyes are watering. I'm so focused, my eyes are watering right now. This is crazy. Without taking any damage. Oh, yeah. You kill 10 mobs without taking it. Yeah, it's crazy. That build for open world is ridiculous for sure. Uh-oh, we start a new game. Luckily, like, one healing wave cast is kind of like the whole time it takes for me to have to jump. Or, like, to need to jump once the square appears. This is crazy, man. I feel like you need to sell this add-on to Liquid for, like, when they're prepping for Race World First, but there's not, like, hard content to do. Just add a challenge mode to every bit of content. Something for you to focus on while playing. This is like when Goku trains in space. Like, making your environment more difficult. Are you sure it's not getting faster? I feel like it's getting faster, but maybe it's just like once we get out of combat and I focus on it more. Ah, I jumped too early. Ah, dang. Out of all the healers I have played this expansion, Shaman feels the worst. It definitely... There's a reason why it's getting buffed this week. I don't disagree. Like, your spot heals feel much less spot healy than... Like, a Holy Paladin's Holy Shock heals more than your healing wave. You know what I mean? Like, I don't disagree, and I think many people feel the same way, for sure, Leggy. But yeah, they are buffing it. They're buffing Chain Heal and Healing Rain this next week. It should be better. I know it's not getting faster because it's sort of synced with normal jump height and speed. Ah, okay. I feel like it just feels that way because we get out of combat. Alright, let's get back going. Okay, we have to dodge swirlies here. Also, the green square kind of blends in with those green swirlies, so... That was hard mode. Dude, if I go to get tested for ADHD, like, for real, I'm just gonna show him this stream, to be honest. This is so bad. Why am I kind of good at this, too? I took the time to try to loot, and there was no loot. And by this next week, he means less than... Yeah. I mean, like, starting tomorrow for us NA players. Wednesday for the EU players. Yeah, less than 24 hours. Appreciate you, Lee. The problem I'm having with Resto Shaman is you're fishing for 6% proc. Yeah, 1,000%. That's a huge issue. They did... Think of it like this, JE. A couple months ago, it was even worse. It was even worse because I'm pretty sure they added in the fact that you could force a proc of Stormstream by pressing Ancestral Swiftness. Like, I'm pretty sure before it was you either get the proc naturally or you don't, you know? But they ended up adding in, like, look, if I press... Well, I guess I don't have my Apex talent fully maxed out yet. But it's definitely better now that you can force a proc. But yeah, you're 1,000% right. It feels really bad fishing for that proc constantly. And that is one of the reasons why, like, Farseer was just the way to go, because you get more Riptides to fish, you know? But still, it feels really bad, like, having your most powerful thing be tied to a 6% chance. Like, it feels really bad. Really, really bad. It also feels weird to, like, you kind of overlap your Riptides. Like, you get to a point in a dungeon where everyone has a Riptide, yet you're still encouraged to keep casting it. Because, I mean, there's many reasons why you cast it, but one of which is you're fishing for procs. And, like, yeah, you're fishing for these free Ascendance procs too, the DRE procs. But like really what you're fishing for is those Stormstream Totem procs. Those are the big money. Ah, dang. You look down for too long and you just die. For those that don't know, I am playing Subway Surfers by jumping in game while playing WoW. I wonder, Ceiling Panda, is there a way that you could make the bottom and middle more interactive? Because like currently, if the green square is in the middle or if it's at the top, those are technically the same. Those are just hey, don't jump. But is there a way that you can make the reds thing be more centered and like make us have to squat below or something? You know what I mean? I guess you can't. How would you squat? You know? I don't know, but dude, this is so stimulating. It's ridiculous. It would require jumping to get faster too. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Or you could just make this blue bar longer, and you don't necessarily need to jump faster. It just changes your time to react, you know? And by this time... Oh, I read that. Of course, originally there was more stuff. It's more of proof of a concept. Dude, it's so sick. I want to keep this. I just know that if I don't uninstall it now... Like, the thing is, I'll come back and reinstall it occasionally just to vibe and have fun. Especially, like, this week and next week, I'll be playing with it a bit. But starting, you know, next week, I gotta be careful, because if I come into raid night with this, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, my raid's cooked. I kind of want to show my guildies this, though. I feel like I have some guildies that would really appreciate this. Alright, let's go. I feel like we've been moving really slow in this dungeon. But then again, I've been focused on freaking Subway Surfer, so I couldn't tell you. I do still enjoy Resto Shaman for sure. I think this is the first season in a while where Resto Shaman has not been my #1 favorite alt to play. And on top of that, it's definitely the first time in a while that it hasn't been in the top 2 alts. Like, my top 2 alts that I'm excited to log on and play are my 2 B-Res specs. So, Resto Druid and Holy Paladin. I think those are just so fun right now. I need to get more reps in with this racial stone form. It's the dwarf racial. Okay, so it removes poison, disease, curse, magic, and bleed. Really, you only hear about this when there's like big bleeds that get applied, like in dungeons. But I feel like it's also removing curses will come up. Diseases will probably come up some. Like, it's not bad. I just need to memorize that little profile. This is my first time having a character of that spec. Uh-oh, I jumped. It is kind of funny to have this add-on to, like, break the habit of jumping. And, like, make yourself play every time you jump. Uh-oh. Don't want to grab mobs that we're not pulling. It is Subway Surfers time. For those wondering, like, why is he playing like such a suboptimal rotation right now? What is he doing? I'm playing Subway Surfers. Look at the center of the screen. That is what my eyes are doing. I'm just whack-a-moling with my peripheral vision and Subway Surfing with my non-peripheral. What's the term for that? Like direct vision? Or what would you call that? I'm sure there's a term for it. Okay, I'm gonna use Stone Form to get rid of that curse, just to like get some reps on it, because I've never used this racial before. It's one of those things where, like, if you have a tool, like a utility button, forcing yourself to press it in moments where it can technically do something will give your brain reps on when it's used, you know? So. Oh, I jumped. Then now I have my Dispel for the Paladin. Ah, I'm already out. Alright, team, let's go. Let's do this. I wonder what my high score is. Is there a way to check my high score? You mean the non-officer melee players? Like, people that I should show in my guild? I kind of just want to send it to, like, one of my other healers I think would really appreciate it. I think Nick from chat would think this is funny. I kind of just want to post it in the guild Discord. The Doom Curse is nasty. The Doom Curse. Remind me. The Doom Curse. I normally main Shaman. I'm maining Druid this tier and have Paladin and Shaman ready to go if guild needs them. But Druid and Paladin are so much more fun than Shaman currently, and I used to love Shaman. I'm the same way. I just think Shaman's in this little growing period stage. I definitely think they're on a good track. Like, there are ways where, like, give it like a season or two and it'll be more fun than it was before. But right now we're in that, like, growing pain stage. Uh-oh, I jumped. But I definitely agree. Definitely agree. 100% max HP curse with 1 minute duration in one of the dungeons. I'm just bling. So, are you talking about, is it in Magister's Terrace, the max HP shield? Oh, or no, wait, do you mean Pit of Saran, like the first few pools? One of them has a big heal absorb that I think could be what you're talking about. It's probably the Pit of Saran one, because that one's nasty. I'm gonna Lust here. I don't know if there's like a big damage amp phase or anything. That's Murder Row. Oh yeah, this is Murder Row. This is Murder Row. Uh-oh. No one's stacking, so I'm gonna run with these two. Yeah, we're doing Murder Row currently, but we're talking about, there's one of the dungeons that has a big ugly curse this season that will be in this next dungeon pool. I did not click that. I meant to click this other guy to target him. No, I'm cooked. It's okay. I might offensive as Spirit Link if I need it. Just gonna early Spirit Link, maybe. It's too far away. Wait, that does like no damage. I meant to click on the other mob to target it and accidentally click the gate. That's pretty annoying. Oh, don't spread. Okay, I am not clicking anything. I am just tab targeting. Whatever we get, we get. You know what show I kind of like, I just want to watch? Do y'all remember that show where they would like, I think it was called like Trading Houses or something, maybe Trading Spouses, I don't know. But they would like send the mom of two families to the other family. Did y'all ever watch that show? Me and my wife went on this like little kick when we first, I think it might have been when we first started dating. No. We had been dating for a while, but it was when we first went like long distance dating. We were watching that show, whatever it's called, and it's so entertaining. It's so entertaining. It's the one where they basically take two families that are completely opposite, and they take the mom or the dad or something from one of the families, put them in the other house, and take the other one, put them in the other house, and they just got to live for a week. It's so entertaining. I mean, like, some of it's scripted. Some of the families, like, really up how crazy they are to get on the show and stuff. But it's still pretty entertaining. I mean, the curse that does 100% health, it's from Murder Row. Ah, okay. From the Corrupted Warlocks. Gotcha. Husband/wife. Yeah, I think it is wife's. No. What it has? I think it's Trading Spouses. Is that not the name of it? Trading. I don't know what it's called. That show's so entertaining. Let me look it up. Trading Places? I feel like I'm about to Google this and some weird shit's gonna come up, but... I should say show. Trading Spouses, yes. Trading Spouses. Some peak television. Peak TV. Yo, Vicar! Vicar with a resub! Oh, I don't know why it just notified me, but that was long ago. Shout out, Vicar. With a resub like earlier, literally this morning. Wife swap. Was that another show? Is that another show? I feel like I don't want to Google this, but... yeah, okay, so this was also a show. So this was the same, but it was only... They would only swap the wives. But yeah, this other show was they would swap the wives, or they would swap like just one of the parents, right? But Wife Swap looks like more modern. This looks like it's pretty recent. Yeah. Yeah, this looks very recent. Compared to the other one. The other one was even older. But it's just peak trash television. Y'all know I love me some trash television. Okay. Let's see. Dude, we've gotten this character to 83. It's just so slow leveling through dungeons. Let's see. Is Calamity still open? I can just show y'all really quick what I was doing to just force Calamity to work. It's not. Okay, well, let's see. Is the second best one open? It is not also. So we're in that off day where I don't think there's a good delve to grind today. But, guys, I apologize, but I'm getting hungry. It's dinner time. And I know if I'm getting hungry, that means my wife is also getting hungry. So, I appreciate you guys. Y'all were super chill. Honestly, Monday streams are always like, they're pretty hit or miss, right? Like, I know a lot of people are just like really busy on Mondays, but like a lot of you guys showed out. And I really appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today, making Monday just a really fun, vibey time. We're still in that in-between week. We have another week of in-between, even after this one. But next week, we're going to hit the paint hard. We have a lot of Mythic Zeros to grind next week and whatnot. But, yeah, I appreciate you guys for making this week so much fun. Honestly, this has been the most fun first week of a season I've ever had. And it was thanks to you guys. Don't forget to disable the add-on. Thank you. I absolutely would have forgotten. Yeah. It's fantastic. I loved it. But, man, my brain can't. But, guys, once again, y'all are the best. I will see you guys on Wednesday. I would love to stream tomorrow, but Tuesdays are just my day to just crank out videos and, like, edit and stuff. So I do take those because the servers are likely going to be down all day tomorrow, too. But I will be grinding when the servers come up tomorrow just so I can get ready for Wednesday's raid. But hey, I appreciate you guys so much. Let's go raid another streamer, though. We've been doing this the past few days, and it's just so fun seeing like streamers who aren't expecting to get raided in their reaction and stuff. So let's get back to raiding like newer, first time, just like streamers who are similar or smaller size to me. Because I know firsthand how life-changing it can literally be to get raided a single time. That is how I got my start, was someone big raided me, and it was just... Some of you guys are still here from them raiding me that one time. Also, we hit 125 concurrent subs today. That's insanity, guys. Y'all are unreal with the support. I appreciate you more than I could even say. So, thank you so much. Okay, let's get to raiding. Who are we raiding? Let's go. Let's see. Let's find someone very new, and let's show them some love. Like, ask them about their day, ask them what they're doing, ask them about the spec they're playing, like, what's their favorite spec. Like, hit them with some questions, get them talking. Show a streamer some love. That is what we love to do here. Who would be the perfect person though? Hey, this Kalamazoo 24/7 person only has 18 views. Maybe them. I'm obviously kidding. Also, we want someone with a face cam. Let's see. These people are speaking French. That'd be cool. Usually it takes me a bit. I'm pretty picky. I don't know why, but it takes me a bit to find someone. So I apologize. Cozy-ish chat stream. Continuing Midnight Void Elf Demon Hunter. How about this person? Goddess Thane. Cozy-ish chat stream, I feel like, is my vibe. So let's get in there, show them some love. Don't know anything about them. Let's get in there and say hey. Ask them how they're doing. They are playing Demon Hunter, so I usually don't like raiding non-healers, but it looks like they're leveling. They're just vibing, hanging out for a few minutes, and yeah. All right, let's start this raid. Get in there. But y'all are the best. Thank you for the stream. I enjoy the space to hang out in. Evasively, you are always welcome here. I appreciate you hanging out with me. All right, we're in there. Let's raid.